All right, so it says I'm live. So let this other computer kick in, and we're gonna do a mic check. Mic check. Can you hear me? All right, I can hear myself on the other computer, but I need to make sure that everybody else can hear me. Good evening to everybody. Told y'all I would be back tonight, and here I am tonight. So I try to keep my word. All right. Let's just hope we don't have these drop frames and all this shit that we had earlier. The reason I had to shut it down, but I probably ended up shutting it down anyway because it was just too much to cover at that time. Good evening, Bam. How you doing? I hope you're doing fine, dear. Hope you're doing fine. Darcy, good evening. She said she shared it on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. I sure appreciate it. My man Sage in the middle. What up, Sage? Spencer, she did come through. Not sure she's still listening now. I got a new person never seen before by the name of Red Lake. Came in earlier and said, this is so heartbreaking. Red Lake, I humbly agree with you. This is heartbreaking. Should no child have to go through this? No child whatsoever. We're gonna even go farther than that. You know, should nobody have to go through this at all? You know, nobody should have to go through this at all. You know, I don't wish death on anybody. You know, even people that I don't like. You know, I just don't wish death on nobody. You know, because I feel like when you wish death on people, you cutting off your lifetime for wishing death. And, you know, like they say, what goes around comes around. And I'm a firm believer in what goes around comes around. So you going around talking, I wish that motherfucker was dead. I wish that motherfucker would die. Like they say back in the day, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it, but it might not happen to them. It's going to happen to you. All right, the young man, King Isaac, get a bit. What's up, young man? What's going on, brother? What's going on? Hey, Lady La, how you doing, my love? Good evening. What for one? Yeah, says new listener need content, sick of drama. Well, you find the right place, my brother or sister, whoever you are. You find the right place. This is a drama-free zone. MC, even though you got people who try to bring it over here, you know, like trolls and stuff, but you know, it's still a drama-free song. I mean, zone, not song, zone. MC, good evening. Princess, hey, baby. Good evening. Princess X says, showing love and leaving my like at Chris Storm Show. I appreciate that, dear. I really do appreciate it. Rio, hey, honey. Hey, at Chris Storm Show. I am here frying fish, so I am listening as of now. Well, oh, man, you know, I miss those days. Hey, Flaw, hey, baby. I miss those days. My mom used to do that almost every Friday evening. She'd fix fish and spaghetti. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Those was the days. Shit. But let me ask y'all a question. What is about slaw? Why do y'all eat fish with slaw? I don't get that. I tried it. It doesn't taste right to me with slaw. What's the deal with the fish and slaw? Somebody tell me that. Somebody explain that to me. What is it with fish and slaw? What kind of taste does it give? I tasted it before. It don't taste good to me. Maybe y'all could tell me what's up with the fish and slaw shit. What's up with that? Bam says she don't eat fish. Man, why don't you eat fish? I can't eat shellfish because I'm allergic to shellfish, like shrimp and shit like that. It makes me sick, so I can't eat that. But catfish and tilapia shit like that, now I fucked that up. I fucked it up. Louisiana Queen, what's going on? If I haven't spoke to you, now I fucked that up. But shellfish, I don't. Yeah, I saw Louisiana. Yeah, I had to correct myself right then and there. Good evening. Rio says she don't like slaw at all. Oh, okay. I don't know. I just see a lot of people eat fish, slaw, and spaghetti. And I just don't get it. I don't know what would be the taste for that. She said, I just don't like. I'll eat crab legs and fried shrimp. Crab legs make me sick too. He said slaw and baked beans, Midwest thing, also fish and spaghetti at church dinner style. Yep. Now I eat slaw and baked beans if we got barbecue and shit like that. Now I'll eat that, you know, but slaw and fried fish and things like that, I can't eat that. I don't eat that shit. She said she like slaw, hot dogs, and burger. Hot dogs, I can see it. I can see the burgers. I guess with the new shit that they got going on now, all these types of crafty burgers and shit, everybody eat anything on burgers now. Here, I've seen people putting pineapple and egg and shit on burgers. So, you know, yeah. Layla said, I eat all that. Hey, Jennifer Ball, welcome back. Welcome back. How you doing? I think you was here this morning. How you doing? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right into the show. What I was thinking about doing, if we got enough people that come through, which I'm pretty much sure we will, I want to play the interview, and then after the interview, if people want to express or voice their opinions more on what you're about to hear, I may just open up the phone lines and whatnot, but that's if we get enough people up in here and enough people say, hey, you know, open up your phone line because I want to say something about this. So if you got people who want to say something about it, I will open up the phone lines and let y'all express y'all thoughts of what y'all about to hear, because I haven't heard it yet. The only part I heard was, thank you for sitting down with us. That's the only part I heard. When I got tagged in it, I downloaded it and I said, okay, we're gonna listen to this all together. But I got a question to ask y'all. Justice for Malia? as y'all already know, that is my tribute video to the beautiful Malia Davis. And every time I go live to talk about the beautiful baby, I'm going to always play that tribute video until everything is said and done, until they finally solve this case, because justice for Malia. Amen. Amen. Rocky News. Hey, sweetie, what's going on? Robin Potts, you'd have been here 3 times, 4 times already. Thank you, dear. Thank you. You know, I appreciate everybody that comes over here. You know, I know a lot of y'all can't make it to every show. I appreciate everybody who shares at the show. Darcy, Huggy Pacino, you know, he shares it, and whoever else shares it. You know, I appreciate all of y'all doing that for me. Lets me know that y'all care about this baby and y'all want to bring awareness to what's going on, but not only just her, but kids in general. Let me shout out to my man Just Jay. I think he's live now talking about another story. Y'all been sending me other stories, but I'm just so infatuated. I'm just so infatuated with this case right now that I'm not even focusing on other stories right now. And those some good stories y'all sending me. You know, just I don't know, something about this story right here just really grabbing me. I can't do no other story right now until this get resolved. How many of y'all understand what I'm saying? I can't focus on the other story right now until this get resolved. You know, so if you have sent me a story and I haven't done it, please forgive me. I'm not ignoring your story, but my infatuation right now is with this story right here and getting justice for this baby right here. What up, Marie? Lisa Lewis, hey, beautiful. How you doing? Elaine in a bit. Hey, Elaine, how you doing? Lady La said she liked the graphics. Thank you, dear. The Chris Thorne Show thing, that came from Just Jay. He did that for me. But the little promo you just seen me do, I did that myself. With the song and everything, I did that myself. So that strictly came from me. So like I said, whenever I go live and I want to talk about this baby, I want to play that as an intro instead of the normal intro that I always do. Amen. Amen. I want to read something to y'all. Hey, Sky. Hey, boo. What's going on? Good evening. How you feeling, my love? How you feeling? Isaiah, I wish it was that easy, brother. I wish it was that easy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got to go take care of something real quick. I hear something going off. I got to take care of something real quick. Give me just a minute. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. So let me get y'all back on the screen over here. Sorry about that. I had to go take care of that real quick. Sweets 2K18 is back in the building. Good evening, sweetie. How you doing? How you doing? Good evening to you. Good evening to you. Y'all, I want to read something somebody sent to me after I did the show earlier today. And I hope they don't mind me reading this because this message really touched me when they sent this to me. And here's what the message says. It said, "You made me cry when you brought up what that person said in the chat about talking. Basically just sitting in the black community about Malia. The reason why is because I have been kicked off of black platforms of missing and murdered black children when people find out I am white. I, to this day, go behind their backs, say the pictures and information, and still post those children posted on those sites because I was put in Facebook jail when the admins of the pages told Facebook I was not there to help. This story is doing the same thing it did to me in the Kaylee Anthony story. Barely sleeping, eating, just searching the internet to see if I could see things that could be helpful. Now, what they talking about is in the show that I did earlier, one part of the segment, you know, I was talking about, you know, how people is coming in talking about, I guess white people had no jurisdiction to say anything about shit like this and that. The third. What up, Mattis? What's going on, brother? Bossa, hey, baby. Good evening. How they saying that, I guess white people ain't got no jurisdiction in saying anything about stuff like this, that, and the other. And I was like, you know, I think that's dumb to say that, you know? I mean, yeah, Ron, they do it. I don't give a damn about that. They do it. Probably because somebody over here they don't like, so that's why they did it, you know? And I spoke on that because I told them over here, you know, I'm not about the segregation shit over here. You know, I feel like everybody have a voice. I get along with everybody. I do not race bait. I do not separate. Everybody's welcome to come over here and speak their mind logically now. Now they over here saying stupid shit and fucking with people and arguing with people, then we got a problem. If white people come over here and start saying niggers and hang them niggers and all this shit like that, then Mars, you snipe the fuck out of them. You know, I mean, they're just plain and simple. They're just plain and simple. But if everybody here on one accord and just speaking on the subject itself, then there should be no damn problem or what anybody says. Or what anybody says. Preach. Because how can we say we want to build a community or build our platform, but yet we on a building just for one type of people to speak their mind on something? There's no way we can grow like that. And then everybody want to keep hollering about coming together. But how can we come together if we still living in the mind of segregation? I mean, that's just me now. You know, how can we come together or build a community if we still got segregation in our mind? I don't want to live in segregation anymore. I want my channel, I can't speak for nobody else's channel, but my channel, I want everybody to come together and speak. Amen? I want everybody to come together and speak. Everybody should have a fair voice. That's my thought process. Everybody should have a voice. Again, unless you just come in here talking stupid, and that's different. That's totally different. But if ain't nobody bothering nobody and everybody's sticking to the subject, then there should be no problem with nobody. Can I get an amen? Can I get an amen on that? Real talk. And my channel has always been like that. For those of you who know my name, y'all know who Chris Thorns is. For all y'all who know my name, who been watching me for the longest, I don't do that race shit. I don't race-based shit. I do stories on dumb white people too. I do it on them too. Cause white people some stupid motherfuckers too. They is. White people some stupid motherfuckers. A lot of them stupid as fuck. I mean, this is real talk, man. I never segregated my channel. I never race bait over here. Never. Never. And I never will. I never will. Amen. A women too. I like that. I like that too. Well, we got quite a handful of people in the building, so let's not keep them waiting. I know we got some people in the bushes. The people in the bushes, y'all know we get along over here. Come on out them bushes and hit that thumbs up. Say what's up to your boy. Say what's up to your boy. Stop being like that. Shit. Come on out that bush and say, what up, Big Chris? Y'all know who I am. Y'all know who I am. So, ladies and gentlemen, are y'all ready to hear this interview? And like I said, you know, we get enough people who say, hey, Chris, I want to speak on this. I will open up the phone lines and let y'all call in and say what you want to say about this. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the show. Where I'm going, we're going to go right here. And it's going to be my first time hearing this. So, let's listen to this interview, people. Brittany Bowens sitting down with KHOU11. And shout out to KHOU11. Let's go.
Your patience. We thank you for coming by. I know how difficult this is. I'd asked you earlier about Malia's birthday, February 6th. Tell me about the day she was born.
Bam said she'll bring him out the bushes.
The day she was born. I had to have a C-section with her, and I just remember being in the hospital by myself.
Other family members not there, or wow. Do you remember holding her for the first time?
Absolutely.
And what was that like?
Just the feeling was amazing because I've always wanted a little girl. I've always wanted a little girl, and to know that I finally had her, it meant everything to me.
Tell me about Malia.
Malia, she was friendly. I mean, she would go up to anybody. I mean, anybody on the street, she would, hey, hi, you know, she would always speak. And a beautiful little girl, she loved to play, you know, with the kids, and she was just a normal child. She played with her brothers. She got along with them. She loved being a big sister to Cortland, and she was very helpful.
She had.
I want to say something real quick. Have y'all noticed that with these stories, and if it is a possibility or it has found out that the parent has murdered their child, this is the first thing they always say? Have y'all noticed with all the stories I have done or any other content creator has done, if it comes out that the parents have murdered their child, this is the first thing they say when they ask them about their daughter. He or she was sweet. They smiled. They go to anybody and blah, 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 blah. You say all this nice shit about your child, but you turn around and murder your own damn child. How the fuck does that work? Seriously, how the fuck does that work? Miss London Scott, good evening. Welcome to the show. Hit that thumbs up for me. Seriously, how does that work when all the stories I have done, and when they ask the parents, mainly the mothers, you know, what would you say about your child? The shit that she's saying right now, that's exactly what they be saying. But then come to find out they the one who did the murder. So your child was a good child, so you say, but you murdered them? I don't get it.
A favorite color, favorite doll, favorite cartoon?
Well, her favorite color was pink. She wasn't a doll person. She would play with cars, if anything. she loved cars. But her favorite cartoon character was Rainbow Dash. And she used to watch My Little Pony
UFO in the building. What a UFO?
She wouldn't
what up, Mary Harts?
Watch anything
good evening.
else.
Good evening.
And I remember
Carolina
she used
Morgan.
to tell me how
Good evening.
Rainbow
Good
Dash
evening.
was her best
If
friend.
y'all haven't, hit that thumbs up and share it out if you will, please. Thank you.
I have a daughter, and
Love
My
y'all
Little
bunches.
Pony was her favorite when she was that age. The world has been touched by this story. There's been an outpouring of support and great interest and concern. Why do you think that is?
Honest.
He said there's a great deal of support. Where at? I must have missed that. Where at? Because for what I'm seeing, damn near the whole world is against her. She may got some support, but to how he put it, I don't see it. Maybe it's something that I missed. I don't know. I don't see it.
I'm not sure why, but I know this kind of spirit Malia had. It was beautiful. And when I took those pictures, that's exactly what I captured. Her spirit. You can tell. It's like you look at something, you look at her and it's like you just know what kind of person she was. You can feel that spiritually.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has seen this photograph. There's something about the gap in the tooth, the floppy hair, that everybody, it just grabs them. It is an adorable picture. Did you take this picture?
I did.
How old was she when you took that picture?
3.
She was 3. And where were you?
In Galveston.
Was
Jamaica Beach.
Jamaica Beach. Did she like the beach?
She loved the beach. As a matter of fact, before all of this, I was just talking about bringing her back. We were supposed to go back.
Brittany, I know this has been a tough time. Your dad passed away last month. Now your daughter is missing. How are you coping?
By the grace of God. I'm
Y'all know what? I know this dude is he's doing an interview. But what kind of question is that? How you coping? How would anybody would cope if their child is missing? Well, could it be a possibility that maybe he feel like her emotions is fake too? I don't know, but I think that's kind of a crazy question. You know, how you coping that? I don't know. I'm gonna let this man do his job.
hoping by the grace of God, because honestly, I've been praying to keep my peace, to keep my mind.
Are you able to get any sleep? Do you have an appetite?
It's hard, and I've been trying to eat. It's hard. It's hard to sleep. It's like my mind and my spirit can't rest. I can't focus. I can't concentrate on anything. I can't even recall things from the day before. It's hard. Nobody can tell you how to be in a situation like this. I've never been in a situation like this.
Now she's absolutely right there when she said that. Regardless of how you feel about her, she's right. I mean, nobody asks to be in this situation. And so what she just said right there, you know, she's absolutely right. So I got to give her credit where credit is due. I got to give her credit is due on that one. You know, she's right. So even though a lot of y'all feel like she's being fake, which is a possibility she maybe is, but she's right in what she said right there. So I got to give her where credit is due. She's right about that.
It's devastating for me. And all I do is pray. That's all I can do. And just give it to God, because this situation is, I can't control this. I can't control this. There's nothing I can do.
Ever since your daughter...
Oh, man, my co-host in the building, DJ C Smooth. What's going on, brother? Hey, I'm thinking about opening phone lines at this interview, man. If anybody want to come in and talk about this, I'm thinking about opening the phone lines, brother. And I know D in the building. What up, D? I ain't see you, brother. And I know you say you want to come in on the last one, so I'm going to go ahead and open the phone lines anyway, because I know you probably got something you want to say, because you probably missed a whole lot. So y'all say what's up to my man, DJ C, man. That's my co-host right there.
Was announced missing. There have been stories every day. Do you watch the stories?
No. I can't. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news.
Social media?
No.
Too painful.
It is.
No, she's lying. She's lying. She watching social media. Come on now. That's even for me. If people think I did something to my child or one of my family members, I'm going to be lurking social media because I want to see what people are saying. Even though it'll piss me off, but we have a tendency to want to know what people are saying. So I don't believe her when she says she's not policing social media. Oh, she looking, so that's bullshit what she said.
It is. My friends, they do, but I don't.
UFO in the
How's your
building.
mom doing? She spoke the first time we heard from you. I remember her speaking at the news conference.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Did y'all see that? He asked about the news conference, and Cornell said, what the hell was that? Hey, but I'm going to say this right here, and I'm not being funny. Hey, brother Cornell sharp as shit tonight. That boy got that shit lined up. He got that fresh ass suit on. I got to give it to him tonight. He sharp as shit tonight. He was ready for this. He was ready for this. I got to give it to brother Cornell.
I haven't talked to her.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. It's like ever since, I don't know, she doesn't want to be in the media. And I'm okay with that.
I see. But there's something going on between you two where you're not talking, which seems surprising given what you're going through. You want to talk to your mom.
I want to talk to her. It's too much for her.
Let's go back to the beginning of this story. You left town to go to your dad's memorial service. It's been reported you had an argument with Darian Vince before you left town. What was that about?
I'll speak to that.
Okay.
I'll speak to that. They were having some relationship issues because she discovered that there was issues of infidelity and that he had been entertaining others in a very inappropriate manner when you're in a committed relationship to someone else. And so she didn't confront him about that until she was already gone at the airport.
May I ask a question? And maybe I'm wrong for asking this, or maybe I'm just a dumbass. I don't know. When the man asked her about that particular question, me personally, I think she should be answering that. I don't know why brother Cornell feel like he the one need to be answering this. Or maybe it's something I'm missing. Or maybe he want to, I guess he want to keep her from incriminating herself. I don't know. But with a question like that, you would think that she would be the one that should be answering it. I don't know. Maybe I'm a dumbass. I don't know how this shit works. But let's continue.
So at the airport, did you call him and talk to him about this? Or he took you to the airport?
No, my friend took me to the airport.
And did you call him?
No, I texted him.
What did you say?
Those text messages have been given to authorities. And so we don't want to rehash that right now because all of that's going to come out in a trial someday soon. But all of that exchange between the two of them about the infidelity, the inappropriate pictures of a sexual nature that she had discovered him sending to someone else, that's going to come out. But all of that was provided.
Now, for those of you who wondering what she found that he was sending, it was allegedly that he was sending dingling pics to other men. That's what she said. Allegedly, he was sending dingling pics to other men. Allegedly.
After I got involved to investigators, that they needed to see those things. Because to me, I believe it spoke to motive, in my opinion, based on what we have learned and what we discovered and what we saw. those pictures had the potential to expose a hidden secret of his about his sexuality. And once she confronted him with that while being at the airport, you know, I believe that speaks to the motive behind this entire tragedy of Malia being missing.
So, Brittany, let me ask you, when you confronted him by text, how did he respond?
He responded in text messages also.
But
he kept calling and she wouldn't answer.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? He asked Brittany, how did you respond when you saw the text? Brother Cornell jumped in. That's where I'm getting confused at. He said, Brittany, he asking Brittany, these are questions that it shouldn't be hard for Brittany to answer. When she saw the text, what did she say? What's hard about that? What's hard about answering that? Seriously, what's hard about answering that? That's not hard at all. Hell, anybody can ask me that. Chris, when you text so-and-so, how did they respond? Oh, well, they told me, fuck you. That's easy. So, again, maybe I'm a dumbass. I don't know how this shit works. I don't know, but he said, Brittany, how did he respond? I'm not sure why Brother Cornell is not letting her answer that. I don't know. I'm confused on that. Seriously, I'm confused.
I see. So was he angry? Upset?
Upset, not
Upset.
not angry.
Not angry, but upset that she would not respond.
She can't even answer that. Y'all see that? She can't even answer that. What the hell?
That she wouldn't communicate with him.
Were you comfortable leaving town with your children with Darian Benz?
Yes, because in my mind, whatever we had going on had nothing to do with the children.
When you came back,
No, please tell me she didn't just say that. No, please tell me she didn't just say that. Anything that goes on, if you're in a relationship with anybody and kids involved, it does affect the kids. Please tell me she didn't just say that. Please tell me she didn't just say that. If you're in a relationship with anybody who have kids, what y'all do around the kids does affect them. Are you fucking serious? No. Brittany, come on, baby. I said earlier I felt slightly sad for you. You just told me up with that one. You just told me up with that one, dear. Seriously. No wonder Cornell interrupting you. Now I see why he's speaking for you. No, she didn't say that. Men, women, let me tell you, whatever you do around your child affects the children too. Whatever you do around a child, it affects that child too. That's bullshit what she just said. Whatever you do around that child affects that child too. I don't know where she got that shit from, but it's a motherfucker ridiculous that she even think like that. I can't believe she just said that.
we heard the story from Darian about a kidnapping. He was attacked. He and one of the other children were left alone. He goes to the hospital the next day. The story, quite frankly, sounded so far.
Did I see my man Alan Crooks? Did I see my man Alan Crooks earlier? I think I just did. Did I see my man Alan Crooks? I did see him. What up, Alan? My man Alan in the building. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Far-fetched. A lot of people did not believe it. Did you believe it?
I wanted to believe it.
Why?
Brittany, are you serious? You got to think about what you're going to say. Are you serious? Yeah, y'all. I'm opening up my phone lines after this. This is insane. Do y'all see how long she taking a pause to answer the question? They say when you do that, you usually try to think of a lie. That's what they say. That's one of the body language. If somebody asks you a question and nothing comes out for like a minute or two, you're trying to think of a lie. All right? But you got to realize once you tell one lie, you got to tell another one to cover that up. You got to tell another one to cover that up. Then you got to tell another one to cover that up. Then you got to tell another one to cover that up until you just completely run out of lies. Wow. Wow.
Believing that story is, I mean, I would rather hear that somebody took my child than to know that somebody that I had a home with could have possibly did something.
And I think it's...
You shouldn't even want to hear somebody take your child. Are you fucking kidding me? You shouldn't even want to hear that somebody took your child. Are you kidding me? Y'all, maybe I'm looking into this wrong. I don't know. You said I would rather hear somebody had took my child versus somebody who whatever the hell she just said. The appropriate answer with somebody with common sense should have been, I don't want shit to happen to my child. I'd rather my child been with the person who came and picked me up from the airport. That should have been your answer. I would rather have my child with the person who came to pick me up. That should have been her answer. Maybe I'm overanalyzing this. I don't know. Am I overanalyzing people? Am I doing too much? Am I doing too much? Infinite misconception. Long time, baby. How you doing? Good evening. Am I emphasizing too much on that? Her answer should have been, I would rather have my child with the person who came and picked me up from the goddamn airport. This woman said I would have rather heard that my child was abducted. Man, get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, man.
I think it cheapens the truth to even call it a story. What we all were told was nothing more than a concocted lie to cover up.
Yeah, I see UFO. You
the
see
real circumstance.
Look, UFO, do you see the interviewer facial expression? His facial expression saying, why every time I ask her something, bro, you got to say something. I'm talking to her. You know, I'm looking at his facial expression. That's how he looked to me, dude. I'm asking her the questions. That's what he's saying. I'm asking her the question. So why every time I ask her a question, you feel like you got to jump in, man? Let this woman talk. Everybody want to hear what she got to say. We done heard enough of Cornell. We want to hear what she got to say. Let her speak. And if she trip and fall, then oh well. Oh well. Smokey 2K92 in the building. What's going on? He said she knew the whole time what happened to her child. Thank you. Thank you. And get that thumbs up, y'all. Y'all got me 37. Can I get 40?
Since of the disappearance of Malia. So I don't think that we should give him the benefit of the doubt or even the dignity to call what he said a story.
Cornell, I got a question. I like what you said. You said we shouldn't give him the benefit of the doubt. I feel you on that, brother. But my question to you is, are you giving her the benefit of the doubt? Why are you giving her the benefit of the doubt? Because even you said yourself in the interview that I played the other day that she had an obligation, and when she found all this out, she should have told somebody. You said that yourself. You said that yourself. She had an obligation to tell other people, come out to the public or the law enforcement and tell them what happened, all the information that she knew. But she did not do it. So you saying don't give her the benefit of the doubt. I agree with you. But why are you giving her the benefit of the doubt? Knowing what you know, brother. Come on now. Let's be fair. Let's be fair. Preach. Let's be fair. Seriously, let's be fair.
A lie.
When you got back, he explains what happens. What else did he tell you?
When I saw him, when
you got home.
When I got home that
Yes.
Sunday.
What up, Brother Sykes?
Yes.
He never really said anything to me. He just kept saying, "I'm sorry.
He said he was sorry.
I'm sorry."
Did he
I
have-
tried to protect her. That's all he told me. He didn't really tell me much. The same things that I heard going around this, he didn't tell me anything.
So, did you have suspicions about, did you have a bad feeling?
It was always in the back of my mind.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said he kept saying he's sorry, he's sorry, he's sorry. At that point, I would have been grilling the shit out of him or her. I'll be grilling the shit out of him. Some things you just don't need to be passive about. Some things you just don't need to be passive about. I would have grilled the fuck out of that dude or that woman. I would have grilled Jones the fuck out of him. I would. Tell me what happened to my fucking child. You already said sorry once and twice. I hear you. Tell me what happened to my fucking child. We ain't gonna, now one of us gonna sleep in this motherfucker tonight until you give me what I want. What happened to my fucking child?
Yes.
What was in the back of your mind?
That something could have possibly happened.
And that maybe he was involved?
Possibly.
Did you notice anything different about?
In the back of her mind, she said something possibly could happen. Dear, they should have gave you even more reason to grill the fuck out of them. Come on, a woman intuition is strong. Well, it's supposed to be strong. Come on, Brittany. They gave you even more reason to grill the fuck out of him. What are you doing?
The apartment.
No.
Nothing seemed out of place.
Everything was cleaned. Everything was put away. But that's normal. That's how we clean, you know. And I didn't realize that the basket was gone until I heard about it. Until I spoke with the detectives. And when I went home and I noticed the basket was gone, and I don't know, I don't know. I know that my mother had done laundry on the 1st and he picked it up. Maybe it was there, I don't know. You know.
You came back May 3rd, I believe. So, how much longer was Darian there?
Water Crescent in the building. What's going on, bro? Sis, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hit that thumbs up for your boy.
Because at some point, police couldn't find him. Was he there for another 2 days, another 3 days? Do you remember?
I don't understand that question.
My question is, at some point, police said they tried to find him. So at some point, he obviously left the apartment. Was it after you'd been home for 2 or 3 days?
When they first released him on that Sunday? I'm sorry.
Before he was even arrested.
Before he was, okay, on the 3rd.
Yeah.
No, he was supposed to be picking me up on the 3rd.
Right.
And he never showed up. I waited for him for 2 hours.
Who picked you up at the airport?
My mother.
And what did she tell you? Did she give you a reason why he wasn't there?
No, but she told me that if he were to make it there, then just to ride with him.
I see. But he never made it.
But he never made it.
Did you go to your apartment that night?
I sure did.
And was he there?
No, the car wasn't there. Nobody was answering the door, and the light was still on in the dining area.
So when did you see him?
I seen him Sunday.
Okay, so that was the next day.
The 3rd was Friday.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we filed the missing persons report that Saturday.
Okay.
He didn't come into the hospital until later on that night.
That night.
And the police didn't release him until that Sunday.
Did you go to the hospital to see him?
We got a phone call. I received a phone call. His brother received a phone call, and my mom received.
That's not what he asked you. He asked you, did you go to the hospital and see him? That's what he asked you. Did you go to the hospital and see him? He didn't ask you anything about no call. He asked you, did you go to the hospital and see him?
Received a phone call saying that they were there. And so we all went there, and there were a lot of police officers.
Uh-huh. Did you have a chance to talk to him then?
No, they wouldn't let us.
They wouldn't let you talk to him?
No.
Did he ever come back to the apartment after that?
No.
Where did he go?
He went on Sunday. He came back to my mother's house.
To your mother's house?
Yes.
So why did he not come back to the apartment with you?
I didn't go to the apartment.
Oh, okay. So
I went back to with my mother. I didn't.
So you were both staying with your mom
Yeah.
at a certain point?
Oh,
Report that's left out
Are
here.
you serious?
She did go to the apartment. Straight from the airport, went to the apartment when he didn't pick her up. Wouldn't answer the phone. She could get no communication with him. So she went to the apartment, saw the light was on the apartment. She's banging on the door, went around to the patio door, banging on that door, thinking maybe they had car problems or something and they may be in there.
Right.
Nobody answers.
Nobody answered.
So she goes back with her mom.
Did you not have a key?
No,
No,
he had the key.
they had a spare key in the house, and he had the key on the car keys.
I see.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who in the fuck leaves their house without a spare key or they own? I never leave my house without my spare key. My spare key is on me every time. And it ain't on my fucking key ring. It ain't on my key ring. But my spare key is with me all the time. Somebody a long time ago taught me a little trick. How to keep a spare key on you. And ever since then, I kept a spare key on me. So if I do lock my key somewhere, I got my spare key on me, well, I can get right back in this fucking house. That's some bullshit. Ma'am, how this your apartment and you don't have a spare key on you? And you a woman. Women should be, look, us men, yes, we get irresponsible sometimes and don't think like that, you know, but y'all claim y'all the backbone of us. So by you being a woman, you should always have a spare key on you. You carry purses, you carry billfold, you put stuff in your titty. I mean, seriously, you should always have a spare key on you, man. Brittany, what is you doing? Seriously, Brittany, what is you doing?
At what point did you become suspicious of Darian? That maybe he had something to do with Malia's disappearance?
Scott said she gave a prayer to her mom. You know what? That's good. That's a good idea too. That's a good idea too. You know, give one to, I guess, your parents. So if you do lock yourself out, you can run over mom's house and go get it. But the thing about that is, depending on how far mom go, they just say you work a 16-hour shift or something, and you got to go way over to mom's house to get that damn key. You tired as hell. You got to go way over mom's house to get that key when you can keep it one on your own in your billfold in your purse, okay? Or again, in your titty. You keep one in your titty, you know. Y'all put some of everything in your breast, so you know you keep one in your titty. So why? I mean, I understand that you could do that too in case you lose a spare key, but I think at least for a woman, every woman should keep a spare key on her. You got many places to put it. Hell, you can put it in between your legs. Do it like that. And I'm not being fun. I'm being serious. You know, put it in between your legs or something. I don't know.
When he started hiding from me.
Hiding, like just wouldn't come home?
Just, no, when My suspicion grew Monday after he had been released. And he did not want to talk. His family wouldn't let me talk to him for whatever reason.
Yeah, in your car. I mean, yeah, in the car too. But
Yeah.
then again, I don't know. Folks breaking your car, so they probably still there too.
This is a man you loved. This is a man you had a child with. Did you think he was ever capable of doing any harm to any of your children?
Flaw said, "No, I can't do titties. Everything fall out from her titties." That's a good one. I like that. That's a good one.
No.
Never
Because
thought that.
that's not what I seen.
To think what this man has done in this case is to see this man as a monster. And she didn't see anything living with him that suggested he was capable of something of this magnitude. Even,
You know what? I gotta give it to brother Cornell right there. He's right. You know, a lot of us when we date people, that's why I say, you know, people can wear different masks. And if you master the art of cunning, then it's easy to put on a mask to make it seem like you just this genuine person. You know, so he's right in what he's saying. You know, you put on this mask and make yourself seem like you this genuine person. Trust me, I'd have been there before. You know, you think somebody good, they make you feel like they're a good person, and you just all you seeing is the outer appearance and the words that's coming out their mouth. That's what you're going by. But deep down inside, you know, a lot of them have demons inside them. They have fucked up thoughts. That's why they do the stupid shit that they does. And a lot of them know that they doing stupid shit, but they still do it anyway because they so used to getting away with doing stupid shit that they're going to keep on doing it. They're going to keep on doing it. So if they on social media or whatever just doing just stupid shit and people are allowing them to do it and nobody's correcting them for what they doing and they know what they doing and nobody's correcting them, then they're going to keep on doing the stupid shit. But then even with that, with people trying to correct them, people are so stuck in their own ways, they never see the wrong of what they doing. They try to justify in every fucking thing that they do. They try to justify it. Trust me, I've been there. Had somebody do me like that. No matter what they did or the shit that they did, they know they're fucked up. They tried to justify what they did. And there's no way you could justify fuck shit. There's no way you could justify fuck shit or dumb shit when you knew it was dumb before you did it. Amen.
at his worst state, that he would do something like this. And so this has been a traumatic, shocking experience for her about a lot of this. You got to understand a lot of these things that have been coming out now. When I sat with Brittany and told her that the things we had learned and discovered, the things that my organizational brothers who were out there speaking to tons of people, I was speaking to the stepdad's family, and the things that we had extracted and pulled. When I brought these things to her, you know, she was just like shocked. Well, how do you know that? She was like, yeah, that's true. Well, how did you find out that? And I explained to her we had been diligently working on the case.
So what did Darian Vince's family tell you about him? What secrets?
I have to be careful because I know that this is going to be in a trial at some point. But what I got from them was their sole concern was the protection of him, not the whereabouts of Malia.
I believe him when he say that. I believe him when he say that. I do. I think his focus was more so protecting him than Malia. Because listen to what the brother said. What I played earlier. The brother said he's a good man, he's being strong, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And when they asked him, did you question him about who dropped him off? He said he didn't question him about that. So what Brother Cornell said right here, I agree with him. I believe him when he say that. I believe him when he just said that. I believe they more so protecting him than worried about this baby. I believe that too. How many of y'all believe that?
Their sole concerns was not to get him to help us find Malia, but it was protecting him. And I said to them, I said, listen, what kind of man is kidnapped a child that he loves, his stepchild, taken from him. He won't return phone calls.
Thank you.
He's participated in no searches.
Thank you.
Won't speak to
Thank
searches. Hiding from police officers.
Thank
won't
you.
speak to the mother.
Thank you.
I said everything he's doing indicates he's guilty of something.
Hey. He preaching right there. He's preaching. Exactly. He's preaching. He's right. Look, again, however y'all feel about Brother Quanell, I guess I understand, I get it. But like I said, I got to give a man where credit is due. He's right. What kind of man would do that? But wait a minute, Quanell. She ain't out there searching either. Now, from my understanding, she ain't out there searching either. She passed out flyers and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, nobody even said anything about she was out there releasing balloons. Was she out there releasing balloons? He talked about Vince. He talked about her dude, her ex-dude, wherever he is now. You know, so Quanell's preaching right there. I got to give it to him. But is Brittany searching? And on top of that, from my understanding, if she's seen all that going on, why you still at the oblivious? Did I say that right? Did I say that right, y'all? Why did you turn a blind eye? Now, see, somebody said, no, she didn't. Jennifer said, come on, Chris. He's pointing out Darion's flaw. Listen to what I said. I know y'all got a 30-second delay. Y'all got a 30-second delay. I just pointed out that about her, too. He's pointing out the flaws. Yes, he's right. Oh, my God. Hey, Betty. Where you been, baby? Betty Crocker in the building. What's up, baby? Oh, my God, I ain't seen you so long. How you doing, boo? How you doing? Wow, Betty Crocker in the building. Betty Crocker. Yeah, so my thing is, you know, he's pointing out Darion's flaws. Okay, but nobody said anything about Brittany's out there searching. Nobody said no, she was out there releasing balloons. So
and that the story is a lie. And so their concern was to protect their loved one. Their first priority was not, where is Malia, at all.
Brittany, have you ever been afraid of Darion Vince?
No.
Has he ever harmed you in any way?
No.
Verbally abusive?
No.
Physically abusive?
No.
The police have talked about the evidence in the apartment. Bleach, blood in the apartment, linked to Malia. Everything seems to point to this man harming your daughter. Have you grasped that reality?
Still processing. I'm still processing that. It's hard for me to think about.
So, I want to ask you something, because you have brought this up in interviews, and this is a touchy subject. You have said in interviews that there was abuse in the home and Brittany was afraid to reveal it because she was afraid. You have put that out there.
Let me say this to you. My number one obligation is not to the stepfather, it's not to Brittany. My number one obligation is to that beautiful child right there, Malia. Justice for her is the priority. Where she is the priority. Everybody else are adults. They have to stand on their own 2 feet and answer for whatever they've done. But that child is the priority. And let me be straight with you.
I agree.
This man has to answer. He has to answer for what happened before she came up missing. He has to answer for that. Because there's a lot more here. His mother had no idea that this child was leaving the house with him in the morning. He's saying, I'm taking the child to daycare. But only later to learn from the investigation from both HPD and us that he was bringing the child back home sometimes with him. What is your purpose to tell this mother while she's going to class or she's going to work, Malia's at daycare, yeah, I took her to school, but come to find out she's at home with you? Why would you lie and say she's at daycare, but have her in the house with you? The very day that she went to the airport, picked up by her friend, she leaves out the house believing Malia is at the daycare and didn't even know he had snuck her back in the house as she walking out the door. What you doing, brother? What are you doing to this child?
Are you saying there was abuse?
Hell yeah, I'm saying there's abuse. And there's a whole lot more.
And you're saying...
But let me say this.
And you're saying that Brittany was not aware.
Let me say this.
Thank you.
I want to be clear.
Thank you. Thank you. I was hoping he did that. I was hoping he'd say that. Hell yeah. I was hoping he would say that. And you trying to say she didn't know it. Thank you. Whatever this dude name is. Thank you. I was hoping he would do that. Now let's see the response.
She was not aware of a lot that was going on.
You were not aware.
But one thing I am going to do, because right now the priority is still finding Malia. I'm going to say a lot more before it's over. And I'm going to point directly to the facts of it. But I want to first find Malia.
We can all understand that. Brittany, you've been talking to police, I understand. How often do you talk to them?
Every other day.
Every other day?
Whenever they have an update.
How many of y'all believe that? How many of y'all believe that? He said she didn't know nothing about that. How many of y'all believe that? And for him to even ask that question to the interviewer, he know that's some bullshit. That's why he asked it. I know he's saying to himself, this woman know what happened. She fucking kidding me. That's why he said, and you telling me she didn't know nothing about it. Because he know it's some bullshit.
Have they given you information, new information?
No.
Any new details?
No, I've asked.
Are they still questioning you about Darian Vince?
They'll ask me questions about information, like his card information or accounts and stuff like that.
Credit card? Okay. So you talk to police every other day. You're still talking to them?
Of course.
Have you talked to Darian Vince since he was arrested?
No.
Has he tried to reach out to you?
No.
Do you plan to visit him?
No.
You're done.
Yes.
Darian was arrested, I believe, at his brother's house. Have you talked to his brother?
Let me ask y'all a question. Because I'm kind of on the fence what she said. And like I said, maybe just me because I don't know how the criminal system works. He asked her, you know, are you planning on going down to visit him? She said no. I don't know. I'm having a different mindset on that because my thing is this. I'm going to go down there and grill that motherfucker every chance I get. motherfucker, you gonna tell me what you did to my child. Every chance I get, I probably would go visit and grill the fuck out of him. Make sure cops around and everything. I'm going to interrogate his ass too. What the fuck happened to my child? What happened to my child? Oh, anybody else feel the same way? Anybody feel the same way? That's the way I'm kind of looking at it. You know, I would go visit that motherfucker and grill the fuck out of him every time I get down there. Miss Lunda Scott said he could be suspended to testify against her because he is not legal counsel. Man, I don't know. That's probably what I would do. You know, I go down there and grill that motherfucker every chance I get, man. Tell me what the fuck happened to my child. Because eventually they're going to get tired of you coming down there. They're going to get tired of you coming down there, and they're going to eventually come out and say something. They're going to get tired. They're going to get tired of me coming down there. They're going to get to the point where they're going to say to me, man, don't let that motherfucker come down here no more. But that's just me. Maybe a lot of people probably don't think the same way I do. Maybe that's just me.
Next question.
Have you talked to any of his family members?
We have spoken to the brother. Yes.
Both of you? And
that's how he was really arrested.
Thank you.
But we'll talk about that more. But we have talked with the brother. And that's actually what helped play a role in getting him arrested.
Can you say what was said?
No, not right now. But I do believe, for a fact, they were helping him hide out. And I do believe that a few of them know a whole lot more of what really went down with Malia than what they've said.
Brittany, I know this is a tough question, but I have to ask. You've been vilified in social media. You've been followed. You've been harassed. People think you are partly to blame for what happened. What do you say to those people?
People are entitled to their own opinions. I remember looking at situations and being on the outside looking in, doing exactly what they're doing to me. I know my truth. And I loved my child. And can nobody take that from me, no matter how they feel. I'm not perfect, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I am, and nobody is. How dare you?
The family of Malia's father, the Davis family, says you knew what was going on in the home and you failed to protect your daughter.
Move on from that. No, it's not. Move on from that.
You can't answer that.
No, that goes into CPS. Move on from that.
We got a lot of questions on Facebook from viewers. People wanted to know, why did you leave your kids with Darian Vince when you went to your father's memorial?
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't pay for my ticket.
And the answer is?
My aunt did.
So you're saying you couldn't afford to take them with you?
Exactly.
Could you not have placed them with other family members? Your mother and
answer
aunt?
is?
My aunt doesn't live here.
What about the Davis family?
The Davis family, Peyton went. Malia could have went too.
And why didn't she?
They should have asked for her. I didn't even know that they wanted to come get paid. They told me last minute.
So when you left, you had no concern that Vince could or would harm your child?
No.
And you also got to understand, she's dealing with the death of her father.
What?
She's dealing with trying to get out of town to get to the services for her father.
I'm speechless. My words can't come out. I'm not bullshitting. I'm speechless. My words can't come out. My words can't come out. Yo. For the first time, long as I've been doing these shows, I'm literally speechless. My words can't come out. For the first time doing these streams, I am speechless. That just took my breath away when she said that. This woman said they should have asked for her. It wasn't their duty to ask for her, dear. It was, look. How can I put this? I can understand somebody else paid for a ticket. And I'm guessing that's where she going with it. You know, if they wanted her to come, they should have paid for a ticket. But I don't think they had anything about them wanting her to come or not. I guess they thought that maybe since we paid for your ticket, I don't think it costs much for a little child to fly if it costs anything at all. I don't know how that works. Maybe they was thinking, you know, maybe, okay, since we paid for your ticket, you could pay for your baby ticket to come over here, at least see her granddaddy and tell her this is her granddaddy. But you said they should have asked for her if they wanted her to go. But now on the other hand, I could kind of rock with it when she say that. I could rock when she say that. Well, Israel, if I'm annoying, then you get the fuck out of my chat room. Yeah, you could do that. You been in the bushes all this time. Get the fuck out. Because my grandma used to do that. If some people had came and got some children, she would say that, you know, where if they wanted you to go, what up, Rick? If they wanted you to go, then they should have asked for you. So I could kind of get somewhat what's going on here. Hey, Amy, good evening. How you doing? So, you know, looking at both sides of it, I could kind of get it. I could kind of get it, you know. But anyway, let's continue.
Father. She's dealing with the stress of all of them trying to raise funds from here to Massachusetts to take care of the services of her father, because that was a test for the family to get the father buried. So she's going through all of that, and you know, hindsight is 20/20. I guarantee you, had she known some of the things that we've later learned, I don't believe this mother would have left that child with him one split second. But a lot of what was going on, she didn't know.
Your other children are no longer in your care. Do you think that's fair to you?
No.
Are you able to talk to them?
No.
Can't even visit them? Do your other children know that Malia is missing?
I don't know.
They're staying with other family members, correct?
Yeah.
And you're not allowed to visit them?
I can't talk about this. This is all
Yeah,
CPS,
this is CPS
related.
stuff,
I don't
right.
I don't
Yeah,
want to talk
this is-
about that.
Yeah. But she's had no contact.
All that is CPS related.
Yeah, she's had no contact.
Just a couple more questions. Volunteers have been out looking for your daughter. It doesn't look good. they've come up with nothing. Have you accepted the possibility that Malia is no longer alive?
Let's move on to the next question.
I know it's tough, but that is something you have to live with every day. I'm sure you have thought about this.
I have thought about it. I don't want to accept it.
You don't want to accept it. I think every parent in America would agree with you. We all hope that she is found and that she's okay. But she may not be.
She may not.
What's next for you?
I haven't thought about it.
Are you working? Are you able to work? Are you
You know, everything for her right now is just stuck on where's Malia. You know, it's kind of hard to talk about where you go from here when she's yet to have closure about where's Malia. And until she gets that closure, in her life, in her mind, in her heart, about what actually happened to her daughter and where her daughter is, there's never really closure. I think the only thing she can do at that point is survive. And that's what she's doing right now, just surviving, hoping to get some answers about where Malia is.
Brittany, I thank you for your time.
Victoria West said, "Hey Chris," she said, "I'm new to the channel." Tanya, I think I have seen you here before. Good evening, y'all. Welcome to the show. If you haven't, hit that thumbs up for your boy. Thank y'all for coming. Apparently, y'all must have been in the bushes all this time, whatnot. And I told y'all, I don't know if Bam still listening now, but Bam, I told you I get trolled every now and again, just like that fool coming there talking about some play the video voices knowing you been in the bushes all this time. They gonna come out and say some shit like that. Fuck you. You don't like it? Get the fuck up out of here. You don't like it? Go watch somebody else who doing it. I hate motherfuckers who do that. Try to tell you how to run your damn channel. I'm a content creator. I do commentary, motherfucker. So if I hear shit that I don't agree with, I'm going to stop the show and I'm going to say what the fuck I got to say. Fuck you. All right. You understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the interview, and honestly, I gotta say, a lot of this stuff, man. You know, I'm just baffled that Brittany. Oh man, you can say whatever you want to say. You can say whatever you want to say over there, man. Just keep it respectful. You can say what you want to say. I'm good, Sage. I'm good, bro. I'm good, brother. I'm good. There's a lot of stuff that we all can agree on that Brittany is holding back. Brittany's holding back a lot of stuff. And Brother Quadnell is making sure she doesn't incriminate herself. And I guess I can't knock him for that. Because if he's there to represent her, you know, I guess he's doing his job and not letting her incriminate herself or saying something she ain't got no business saying. So I can't knock him for that. And oh yeah, somebody came and said, "Chris, give me a wrench." I don't pass out wrenches like this, especially if I don't know you. Okay? But I know you was a troll too. So all the trolls come ask for a wrench. Don't nobody just come in and say, hey, give me a wrench. So I know you a troll too. But I didn't block you because you didn't say no disrespectful. You feel me? So I don't give out wrenches like that. I barely give out wrenches, period. Oh, hey, Scooby-Doo. How you doing, baby? How you doing, Scooby-Doo? So, yeah, I think it's a lot of stuff that she's holding back. And I think she knows more than what she leading on to the public to know that she do know. But eventually, like they say, you know, skeletons will come out of her closet sooner or later. Oh, that's Spencer. Oh, okay. Hey, baby, you better tell me something. Your ass gonna get blocked too. And it is Spencer because she texts me. Okay, it is her. It is her, y'all, because she texts me. It is her. It's her. It's her. So, let me go and give Boo Thing. I'm gonna get a wrench. And if y'all haven't hit that thumbs up, please hit that thumbs up. Y'all got me up to 44. Can we get one more for 45? After we get 45, can we get 50? And so on, so on. Cause these live streams, man, y'all been on it. Y'all been on it. So I got you. There you go. I got you. I got you. I got you. Right, Darcy. I holla had no moderators because I didn't really need it because nobody come over here. Nobody come over here and fuck with me like that. You know, you got a lot of trolls that come over here and actually respect me. Seriously, you got a lot of them come over here and actually respect me because they like, you know what, we see you ain't on that shit, so we don't bother you. You know, so. But sometimes, like I said, it all depends on if they see somebody over here they don't like, then they come over here and start saying shit. But they really don't be trolling me. They be trolling the people that's over here. Watercress 7 new, but great show. Thank you. Who want to, Brother Smooth? Let me see if I can open up a phone lines real quick. Let you go and call in, brother, because I know you said something about you want to say something. So let me see if I can open up the phone line real quick. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to do that. Here we go right here. So we're going to take a little time and let y'all call in. And Victoria West said she lied and said there was no history of Malia being abused. I don't think she said that. I think she said she wasn't aware that he was doing it or something like that. Oh, you did, August? When? I didn't see it. When? I missed it. When? I only seen one person. When did you do that, August? I appreciate you sniping them. When did you do that? My man Morph in been. What up, Morph? What up, Morph? Yeah, so let me set this up real quick, y'all. And I'm going to give y'all a chance to call in and give y'all thoughts. You know, whether you agree or disagree, or what did you agree with, what did you not agree with. So I'm giving y'all a chance to speak. I'm going to give y'all a chance to speak. So let me set this up real quick. Oh, he talking about other shows I did. Okay. Well, I appreciate you all this August with that keen eye you got, brother. I appreciate that keen eye you got. What time is it? We gonna get this party started right now. Miss London Sky like that. She said, "Fuck them. All comments pay. Laugh out loud. Ignore them. They'll go away." Well, I don't do this for pay. I actually do this for a hobby. I don't make anything off of this. If it's anything that I make off of this, it's straight up if people want to donate. So my channel's not monetized. I don't do this for monetization. I actually do this for my voice to be heard and to be a voice for a lot of people and a lot of kids. So this is just a hobby for me. Trust me, if I was getting paid, I'd be out here way more than what I do now. Trust me. But I'm not in it. I'm not in it for the money. Trust me, I'm not. Anybody can tell you I'm not in it for the money.
You are joining the online studio. You are unmuted and can speak with the host.
All right.
Presentation mode on. Only moderators can be heard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines is officially open. If you want to call in and get your thoughts, what you think about the interview, you are more than welcome to do so now. Let me switch over so y'all can get the number. And as you see right there on the bottom under me, they go to number 605-562-0444. And it's going to ask you for the show ID, which is 824-7480. Once again, the call-in number is 605-562-0444. And the show ID is 824-7480. When you call in, please be respectful. Even if you disagree, please be respectful, because I will be respectful to you. Preach. So, now, if you got T-Mobile and shit like that, I think they're going to try to charge you to call in. They probably going to try to charge you to call in. So, if it does, then I don't know what to say. You know, okay, let me say this. If you got T-Mobile and they try to charge you, let me know in the chat room that you have T-Mobile and they trying to charge you. I try to get you in real quick so you won't use up your minutes, because I have Metro PC and I got this thing called some kind of sharing, some shit like that. And if I call into radio shows or something like that, it'll start charging me the minutes that I have, whatever that shit called something. Some shit is called, you know, and I get charged for it. Thank you, Darcy. And I get charged for it. So, as a matter of fact, let's let y'all hear a little tune as we wait for people to call in. Brother Smooth, you make sure you call in, brother, because I know you got something you want to say too. And I'll be right back. Adam Cruz, you taught me something new. I thought her name was Sade, so the group name is Sade. Oh, I didn't know that. You just taught me something new. I thought she was Sade, but the group name is Sade. Damn, I did not know that. And I love music. I did not know that. There must be an angel by my side. Something help me, let me to you. Look at the sky. It's the color of love. Man, she sang this song. I love that damn song, man. Man, I remember one time I put that damn song on repeat for the whole damn day, man. And I would just sit back relaxing. I love that woman's voice. I love her voice. She has a beautiful voice. Your love is king. Round and round and round my head. Man, that woman has a beautiful voice. All right, y'all, we got a caller on the line. I think this is my man, Brother Smooth. Hey, this you, Brother Smooth?
This is E. What's up? What's up?
What's going on, brother? My man, Brother Smooth is on the line, y'all. It's been a while, man, since we did a show together. How you doing, my brother?
Well, I'm doing good, man. Just a little bit worn out from this week, man, but we had to talk about this subject, man. I know it's been a minute since we've done the show together, and like
absolutely
this subject in itself, man, this is disheartening, man. And believe me when I say, man, there's a lot of holes in this story. I thought we was on a golf course after all this stuff. That was
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one. It's on me the whole week. I thought I was in the golf course. I like that. That's a good one. And ladies and gentlemen, I got the Mars putting the number up in there if y'all want to call in. Shit. You got Metro PCS though. You should have some kind of shirt. Well, no, I think it depends on the plan that you have. But it's you should have some kind of.
I don't worry about that stuff, man.
Yeah, some kind of share.
Handle my business.
Yeah, or get on a landline phone or something. So, well, go ahead, brother. You got the flow, man. You got the flow.
All right. Shout out to everybody that's been tuning in, and thank you to Miss Ride or Die and Infinite Misconception for the subscribing to the channel and all that good stuff. We'll do like the shameless plug a little bit later on, though. But right now, man, to me, there's something going on with that with Brittany and whoever the guy's name is that is involved with this whole mess right now.
Darion
and
Vince.
There's a lot of stuff
Darion Vince.
Yeah, Darion. I didn't know his name off the top of my head, but they're hiding some stuff. Something's being hidden in this, because if you have a child, let's say you or me, Chris, if we had children, we'd be going to the end of the earth on our own. We wouldn't be worrying about doing no interviews, no talk shows, social media, or none of that nonsense. We be in the trenches right now. If I wanted to find my child, I wouldn't be worrying about being on no TV set, number one. That's the first thing.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, if you have somebody on TV speaking for you, you shouldn't be talking at all. You should let them do the talking, and that way, as long as you showed up, at least it shows that you're showing some type of remorse or that you are upset about it, because losing a child or thinking that your child is missing is going to make you distraught.
Yes,
That's
sir.
just human nature right there. I can understand that part.
Yes, sir.
But then again, if this would happen to either my child, I know if it happened to yours, we wouldn't be here right now. We'd be sitting in a jail cell.
Exactly. There you go.
We already know that somebody is out there that done this nonsense, whether you want to talk about it or you don't. You know who's done it. And if you know who's done it, either you better bring them to justice or handle it yourself. Because there's nothing in this world that would keep me away from my own child, my own family, period.
Yes, sir.
I will look out for them to the end of the earth. If I have to bleed, if I have to sweat, I have to pay the price. I will be making sure that any of my family members are straight. There's no way that I will leave my child with someone who I'm not comfortable with, number one, knowing all these children are starting to die and disappear every single day. There's no way that you will leave anybody with someone you're uncomfortable with. That's my next point.
Absolutely.
Can I get an amen?
Amen, brother. Amen. Let me ask you a question, brother. Me and you are the type of person where I think probably more of you. We try to look for the better in people, because we don't want to think that everybody's bad, but we got to face reality. You got a lot of bad people in the world. But at the same time, you know, we still try to look for something good in somebody. You just don't want to just 100% just dog them out. Tell me, brother, can you find anything good in this woman? Can you find anything good? Because I said earlier when I did my show earlier, I felt a little remorse, you know, for her for some reason. I just felt sorry for her. But people in the church say, I don't feel shit for her. But I did, man. I felt some kind of remorse. I don't know what it was. Darcy said it was my drugs. She said the drugs I take for my back. But I felt a little remorse for her, brother. I felt a little remorse for her, man. Do you feel anything for her based on what you heard?
I would say it's half and half. It's like they're battling each other because you want to feel some remorse because you never want to see a mother lose her child or her children in any type of way.
Exactly.
But then on the other side of the coin, you're a mother. You are the one that birthed this child. So you have to have some type of connection to the child to where you would do anything and anything, whether to protect the child, shield the child, keep the child from any type of harm or hurt or any type of danger. But yet you're sitting there on a TV set and you're not out there.
Hold on, brother Smooth. Alan Crooks,
get it?
My man, this is the perfect time for you to call in, bruh. I hope you take up the offer and call in, brother. You know what I'm saying? I want you to call in, bruh. The offer extended to you, brother Alan Crooks. Since you're in the chat room and on this subject, you seem like you're on the same page with everybody else. Perfect opportunity for you, bro. Let us get to know brother Alan Crooks, the man who I respect so much. But that's up to you, brother. That's up to you. Go ahead, brother Smooth. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. But, you know, just the point of it all is that you can feel remorseful for this person, but then you probably don't have to feel remorseful because depending on how you feel as, whether it be man, woman, children are like so precious in his sight that you never in your lifetime would want anything to happen to it.
The phone line blowing up.
You don't really want anything. You don't allow anything to happen to that child either.
And right.
I'm done.
Absolutely. That's it. You want me to go to the next phone call?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, well, you know I'm going to leave yours open, so we got 702 on here. Mute me in the background. Mute in the background. You got to play in the background. 702. Yeah, fine. Okay, well, you know I'm going to leave yours open, so we got 702 on here.
All right, that's me, I think.
Yeah. Mute your background,
Chris,
bro.
You got me?
Yeah.
All right, everything's muted. I'm home alone, and guess where my kids at? Somebody that we know.
Is this D?
They with their aunt, and they. Yeah, this D.
Oh, what up, D? Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna keep it. What's up, everybody? What's up? I'm gonna keep it short. I'm long-winded. I'm gonna keep it short.
Okay.
If I'm driving in my car. That's why I say she's responsible. She needs to be in jail, interrogating everything. Why? If I'm driving my car and I get pulled over with speeding, and I say, "Oh, I ain't see the speed limit sign," that don't matter. You're getting a motherfucking ticket.
Yep.
She said on this, they didn't ask for her. What the fuck? Oh my God. You gonna leave your kid? Look, I got 2 kids. An 8-year-old daughter and a 4-year-old son. My kid's mother got a boyfriend. You know, he cool. He well respected. I respect him. I worked a job with this man before. He was a manager on another team at a job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? But that's besides the point. We not leaving our kids with him. He got 3 daughters. You know, I went and seen him today. Talked to him for a couple minutes. But at the end of the day, we not taking no chances like that. My kid's mom last night, she's stressing out. Who gonna watch the kids? Because my daughter had school. You know, they got a week before they get out. Thursday next week is the last day. So my kids with one of their aunts. So it's like her youngest sister watch them, they mama, and a couple of their aunts. That's it. Ain't nobody else watching them. All my family on the East Coast. I'm in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
If I get pulled over and say me, I ain't gonna say you. Just say me and somebody else in the car. And they pull us over and for some probable cause, they got to search the vehicle, and they find some narcotics in the drugs in the car, and nobody claims it. Who's going to jail? The person that owned the vehicle. So under the same pretense, this, and from my perspective, she needs to be in jail and like properly, thoroughly interrogated. Have the police interrogate this woman.
You still there?
Yes, I'm still here. I was wondering, has anybody in the chat know, has this woman even been interrogated by the police?
Not that I know of thus far. Not that I know of.
They need to. At this point right now, per all these interviews, she needs to.
Well, I don't know how far that's going to go when you got Brother Cornell there, in her corner. So I don't know how far that's going to go, but I agree with you. She does need to be interrogated as well, because I'm pretty much sure everybody is in agreement that, she is hiding a lot of stuff, and some of the questions that the man asked her, I feel like Cornell didn't have to step in. He should let her answer it. They not hard questions. Like I said earlier,
yeah.
One of the questions he asked her, what was his response to your text? And Cornell jumped in. And I was like, that should be a question she should answer. That would be easy for me. So, like I said, if I text somebody, and like I said, their response to me is, fuck you, Chris. I can say, well, their response to me was, fuck you, Chris. That was their response to me. I don't need nobody to say that for me. I can say that for myself. They said, fuck you, Chris. Okay, that's easy. Next question. But I don't know. It's just a lot of this stuff that it just confusing to me, man. And it just got, like Brother Smooth said, it just got so many holes in the story, man, that at this point, nobody know which way to go. Nobody know which way to go with it.
From the dad. I've seen his face. I've seen pictures of the father. I haven't heard from the dad. I want to know what's the dad. I want to know how this dad is feeling.
Only thing the dad said thus far is that the public is not the one that need to be giving him answers. He's saying that Darion need to be the one giving him answers, and I agree with him on that.
No, both of them.
I was just finna say that. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another thing I don't like. I mean, I get it, but I don't want to just be a jackass, man. But I understand he want to go at the dude, but he need to be. Let me tell you something, man. He need to be going at both of them, and like I'm really disappointed in this man that after that head injury that he didn't step in like hard. I mean, I'm not trying to go to jail, man. I don't like to brag about this stuff, and I don't like to put it out there, but I'm putting it out there. I did 10 years in this motherfucking joint, man. I got in 2006. I'm not trying to go to jail for nothing, but one thing, oh my gosh, I hope it don't happen. Please, man, oh my God.
Right.
Behind my kids, man, it's a done fucking deal, man. Everything is gone. Like everybody agreed, man. So I'm pretty much just repeating myself. Everybody agreed that her body language, her actions, doing all these goddamn interviews, it's nah.
Right. Well, I appreciate that, D. You called in last show. You called in again tonight, brother, and I really appreciate that. We need to have you start calling in even more, man. Speak your mind, brother. Appreciate you.
All right, then.
All right, man. You take care, brother. You take care. Yeah, I'm finna say we had somebody else call in, but 2 people dropped off. I don't know what happened, but Brother Smooth, I'm gonna go to the next call. We got a 417 on the line. 417, what you think about what you heard?
Hey, Chris, this is Real Talk. I wanted to ask a question because, I told you the story last night, what happened, close to my family.
Right.
When she was speaking, okay, why did he speak up for her? Because he wasn't there. She was there. Mm-hmm. He only knows what she had told him. Okay, and not only that, don't you know that a personality specialist is going to be analyzing her while she's sitting there through an interview? Why would she go as far as doing an interview? I'm not getting it.
Good.
And when she said that, as far as people were bringing up the flight, I went and researched. They fly free. children 14 and under fly free. So why didn't
I
she?
thought so.
Prepare,
That's
okay?
what I thought. That's why I said, I don't know what's the cost for a child to fly, but I thought it was supposed to be free or something like that. I don't.
14 and under fly free.
That's what I thought. So what does she mean when she said that they should have asked for her? I don't get that.
That's what I'm saying. Wouldn't the family want to see her too? Not just Brittany, but they want to see Malia too. And that's what I don't understand is why didn't she just? The mother is not speaking with her, and if you notice when he asked her about the mother, she kind of like.
Rocky News, hold on, give me Rocky News, give me just a minute, dude. Give me just a minute. Hold on, I need to do something quick. Victoria want to call in, but she says it's not letting her call in. Victoria, do me a favor. There go my email right there, the BIG right there, bigcdt@gmail.com. Email me. There's another way you can get on. I'm going to have to send you a link. Email me so I know it's you. I seen this link. You go on your phone, click on this link. I think it's going to ask you to make up a nickname or something. It's going to ask you to make up a name. You have to give your real name, and you can get on just like that. Okay, the last time I checked, you can get on just like that. So send me an email at bigcdt@gmail.com. I will send you the link. And I think when you click on the link, it's going to ask you to make up a name or something like that. And I think it may ask you for the show ID. So make sure you write the show ID down. And I think you could get in like that too. So send me an email to bigcdt@gmail.com. Let me know that it's you. I'll send you the link and we'll see if we can help you out like that. Okay, dear? Because I want to hear everybody who want to speak on it. Your voice is welcome. Stop at that, Rock News. Go ahead, dear.
Okay, now it's just a couple more questions and I'm off here because I started learning this through you. I do politics and other stuff like that.
Right.
But my for her is, where was the father? Why ain't he fighting for this? Why ain't he?
We all want to know that. We all want to know it.
Knows?
We all want to know it because it's like he's a mystery. We see him here and there, but it's like he's a mystery. We're not seeing much of him. I don't know if the media ignoring him or is he trying to get in the media and everybody just shutting him out. Or is he not doing anything at all? We just don't know where the biological father is. We don't know. We don't know.
Well, he claimed he was at the hospital. He knows why she was in there. Why didn't he step up and try to stop it from happening again? Why did he repeatedly go to the hospital every time that child was in the hospital?
Right. Now, there is pictures of him in the hospital with the baby. Now, I'm going to say this right here. I don't know if this is true or not. Maybe he did try to fight to get her. But you know how the course is with a lot of men with these kids.
Yep.
They give the men the runaround with them come to these kids, so I can't say. Maybe he did try to fight, but they not allowing him to fight. Maybe he's on a restraining order. I don't know. He's a important part of this as anybody else, and we just don't know. At least I don't know.
Well, Chris, like I told you, and then I'm done. I'm going to let someone else talk.
Okay.
I told you the story that it hits close to the heart.
Lisa, you do the same thing. Lisa, I think I got your email, Lisa, so I can send you the link. Go ahead. Sorry about that, Rocky. I got a couple people in the chat.
I understand. I go there myself.
Yeah, they want to get on the line, so I'm trying to help them get on the line.
Yeah, what I want to say is this happened. That's why I told you this is a hard story for me to handle because it happened to my niece.
Right.
And I'm going to tell you something. Okay, when they start going to court and he starts looking at the real time and he starts looking at probably death penalty or anything, he's going to pull her in. He's going to flap. He's going to say something just like it happened to my niece and her boyfriend. He's going to say something and they both going to end up in prison. You watch. Mark my words.
Exactly. I agree. I think both of them. What's going to happen, and here's my prediction, what's going to happen. Vince is going to fold. He's going to fold.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling this is how the story is going to play out. He's going to say that woman knew the whole time what happened and she was in on it and I was cleaning up her mess. I got a feeling that's how it's going to play out. Or if it's not going to play out exactly like that, it's going to come close to it.
No, well, I want one more question. I
go
know
ahead.
you're saying that, but I'm serious this time. When he was caught with the basket, and the trash bag inside the basket. How many days was that after she left?
That's a good question. That's a good question, too.
Because was the baby already dead before she went? I'm just asking. I don't know.
I don't think so. Because nobody ain't confirmed she dead. The baby dead yet. Nobody has confirmed that yet.
Well, they ain't
but I think we all know that she's not here no more. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. They found the basket he was carrying, and they found the gas can, but nobody don't know where that black bag at. And I brought it up in one of my last shows. Nobody's asking about the black bag. Where is the black bag?
He's got a little boy, right?
I think that's her child. I don't know. I think that's her child, but go ahead.
Where was it? Well, he said when he talked about it, he said they released the Mexicans, released him and his son, and kept Malia. Okay, did he take the little boy with him when the basket went? Can they question the little child, or is that? I don't know the law.
The pictures that we seen when he had the basket, he was by himself. He was by himself. Nobody was with him.
Where was my boy?
He was by himself. So I think if I read the story right, he dropped the boys off at the daycare or the school. But he brought Malia back with him when she's supposed to be at daycare. So why did he do that? So why did he do that? Why did he do that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm going to let you go and let other people talk. Thanks for having me on, Chris.
Thank you, dear. No problem. No problem. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Keep doing what you're doing, dear. Thank you so much.
Peace out.
Peace out. Lisa, I emailed you the link to get on the show. So you do the same thing. Go to your email, hit that link, and I think it's going to ask you to make up a name or something. And you might need to put in the show ID. And I think that's how you can get in like that too. So I just sent it to your email. So you want to come on, try it that way. If not, I can call you in. Brother Smooth, we got a 909 on the line. So let's see what they got to say. 909, what's going on? What you think about what you heard?
909, it's none other than the Sage. How you doing,
shit, my
Chris?
man Sage. What's going on, brother?
Man, my heart is heavy, man. My heart is very heavy upon hearing the ongoings of this story and the fact that there are so many like it that's happened even after this one. It's just heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, it is, brother. It is.
We can talk about things in hindsight and the things that make sense, but the issue about it is you got a lot of illogical folk having babies that they truly just don't want, and this ends up being the end result almost every single time. And I don't get it. You have many different avenues. Now nobody know where the father is, but quite frankly, I really don't want to speculate, but I would hate to think that maybe he did try to get his daughter at one time. Courts probably told him no. We don't know, but
right, exactly.
Imagine how he could be feeling right now.
Exactly.
It's just a real difficult situation. But I did have a question because it was brought up that the child was supposed to have flown somewhere. I want to make sure I got that clear because I was in the middle of work.
No, they was asking.
Flown somewhere by herself?
No. They was asking her why you didn't take her with you when you went out of town. That's what they was asking her. And her answer was they didn't ask for her. And that's when I say,
that's a piss poor excuse.
Well, it is, but sort of not, because my grandma used to do that with me. Like, my grandma had a helping hand with raising a lot of people. And if somebody come and say they're getting certain individuals and they don't necessarily say they come and getting you, my grandma was specific like that. If you don't say specifically that you coming to get everybody, she'll say that. She used to say that too, Daddy say you can go, so you can't go. But in actuality, they are meaning that they want everybody to go. But my grandma was specific. You know, she wants you to be specifically who's gonna go. So that's why I say, you know, in a sense, I can understand her a little bit because my grandma did that to me. But in this case, you know, with all the fuck shit that's been going on, there's no way in hell I would let my child, that man, especially a year prior, you telling motherfuckers I could kill somebody and the police would never go find the body. Are you fucking kidding me?
No, thank you. Sorry about that. I'm over here getting a few things, but I hear exactly what you're saying, brother. And 425-583-9557. 9557. Sorry about that. But what I was trying to say was here we go again. What you say is logical, but these folks aren't logical, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're putting illogical on the logical folks, and at the end of the day, we have a child who had a whole life to live and can't live it. It was that opportunity was taken away from her.
Absolutely.
And you know, and my heart really goes out to the father wherever he may be. He probably done had to hide himself because, truth be told, with what the other father said, he's probably trying to keep himself away from the situation. At least he be in jail as well.
Yeah. Right.
Again, that's just speculating because we don't know. But man, you know, I'm a new father myself, man. I just can't make I can't make heads or tails of this situation. It shouldn't have got this far.
And now it shouldn't have, man. And the more the story goes on, man, the more twisted turns it's coming out to be. You know, so we don't know what's going to happen, man.
That's what, I don't mean to cut you off, but man, that's what's nuts about it. Every time we turn around, there's something new coming out about the
exactly.
Story. You know what? When is this girl going to get justice? You know, and personally, situations like this needs to end with whoever gets convicted, death penalty, straight up, no waiting period. Matter of fact, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll save the state some money.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I'm not gonna hold you. I got this T-Mobile plan, so I better go ahead and get off the line before I find out I got a $50 charge on you.
All right, brother. Hey, Sage, always a pleasure, brother. Thank you, man.
Always a pleasure, man. Peace out.
All right, no doubt. Victoria, do me a favor. What is your email? What is your email? She said her email is acting funny. My email is acting like I'm a hacker. What exactly is going on with your email? Is it saying that it's not a safe thing or something like that? And I think Lisa may be checking hers. I hope she come in. But like I said, if Lisa can't make it, I can call Lisa in if she want to say something. But I'm going to see if she can make it on the line or not. So, Brother Smooth, you know, after these phone calls you've heard so far, man, you know, what's your intake of everything, brother?
Bro, I'm in agreement with everybody with what they're saying, though. It's like this little girl really, really does deserve justice. But like I'm talking with everybody in the chat room right now, it seems like the more and more this drags out, she's not going to get it. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, it seems more and more like we're not going to know what's happened to this child unless they actually find her. And
right.
I really do hope that they find her, or like, if anything, to just at least get to the truth in this case, so that way all this could end. But let the families mourn like they have to, and let the ones who've done this, they have to pay the price for what they've done, because no child deserves to go through what she has gone through, and no child deserves to die the way she may have died, because no child never has to come into the world. We bring them into the world.
All right, and I'm finna email Victoria. She just gave me her email. I can see it, Victoria. Me and the Mars, we the only people that can see it. So don't worry. I'm not gonna let that show. But I'm finna send you something, and you let me know that you get this. Let me know that you get this. And if you get this, respond to the email. Let's see. Let me make sure I got that right. Oops, I got the All right, Victoria, I just sent you an email. Let me know if you got it. Let me know if you got it. I just sent you an email. I'm not. Mars, do not approve her message because it's showing her email. Do not approve that. Let it go. We the only ones that can see it. So let that go. Do not approve that. Do not approve it. So I just sent you an email, dear, and hopefully you got it. Let's see can you respond back to me. And let's see can we get you on the line. And I appreciate you want to come on and talk. And Brother Smooth, you know, while we waiting on that and waiting on Lisa, you know, I'm in agreement with you, brother. You know, to be honest, man, you know, they got all the evidence in their face. All the evidence in their face. This man tried to dispose this child in the garbage disposal. They found tissue in the sink. Then they found tissue around the crevice of the bathtub, which I don't know what the fuck he was doing in the bathtub, but they found human tissue around the crevices of the tub. You know, and blood leading all the way to the kitchen, and I think some led into the bathroom, and they say the blood matched her DNA from her toothbrush. So y'all got all the clues that you need. Now, the big major thing is that black garbage bag. Where the fuck is that garbage bag?
Right.
You know, did he already burn the evidence? Did he bury it? What exactly happened? All right, what exactly happened? If they find that black bag, and that's a big if, then I think that's gonna bring out a whole lot of stuff. And now they question did Brittany really go out of town to go see her dad? I don't know. I got to read into all that about that. I got stuff that people saying that say, you know, it's maybe questionable that she even went out of town. But I saw somebody in the chat room earlier say her dad died on the 11th, but you went out there on the 30th. If I read that right in the comment section, yeah. So, what's really going on? What's really going on?
Bro. More holes in the golf course, bro.
Right. And you would think that if my father passed away, and by her being so young, you would think that I would want my child to at least see their granddaddy and let them see the person that was dear to me. If her and her dad had a good relationship, I would want to have my child with me to go to the funeral and say, hey, this is your granddaddy, this is my daddy. You know, this is the man that raised me, and this is that and the third. You know, I mean, I that's what I would like. That's what I would like. Fly High Pay, if I say that right. He said it took time to pay for the funeral. He said it took time to pay for the funeral. Well, that makes
absolutely.
They make sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. So good deal, Fly High, good deal. So man, you know, shit, dude. What more can we say at this point?
Well, just like a lot of times we tend to say sometimes, you know, for those who believe, pray for the best and look for the worst.
Man, and you know what? That right there sounds so far-fetched. It's almost easier to done, you know, because you want the best out of every situation. But shit. But it is, you know.
Gotta keep it funky.
And Lons did say, she said, y'all know it take about 3 weeks. You know what? She right about that because hell. But then some people have a funeral so quick. Somebody could die Monday, they'd be having a funeral that Friday. I'd be like, damn, for real? I mean, damn, they ain't much
like
time to get prepped.
Like that week at least. So yeah, that's how they do it.
You know, so I just be like, man, some people they be on a double with that shit, man, for real. So nobody else
have everything in order.
One for one said, Chris Thorne, thanks for having me. Got to get a job. Got to get to job number 2, bro. Good line. Hey, appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
Yeah, be safe, brother. Be safe.
Be safe. Be safe. I'm trying to give Lisa time and see what's going on with her if she want to come in, and I'm trying to wait on Victoria's email if she got it and can she respond to it, and see can we get her on to say what she wants to say. If not, then brother, we will call it a night. But I can call Lisa in though if she want to get in. I can call her in. So
yeah, that can do that.
yeah, I can call her in. Okay, she just texted me. She said call her in. Okay, let me see if I get Lisa in. Wait a minute, hold on. Let's see, can I get Lisa in? Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me plug you up. Hold on. All right, Brother Smooth. We got one of the ladies on the line, Lisa Lewis. She called in. Lisa Lewis is my man, DJC, Lisa Lewis. So she's on the line, so she's going to get a chance to say what she want to say. So you got the floor, love. What you want to say?
Okay. Well, I have a lot. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Why am I sounding like that?
Probably because I got it too loud. Hold on. Let me turn it down some.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, my issues are, first of all, if a man is beat down so bad that he's passed out at the side of the road for 24 hours, how did he miraculously just get up enough strength to walk to a hospital, which just so happened to be in the neighborhood?
Mm-hmm.
One thing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Another thing is the woman is lying. You can tell all through her body language. When a person sits with their hands together like that in front of them, they're closing themselves off so that she doesn't get so relaxed that she slips up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the whole crying thing, you know, I took acting 101, 102, 103, and she's not an actress at all, and she needs to stop. Because, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we all notice how, you know, she's real strong at some points, you know, in the interview. She's really strong and boisterous. And then all of a sudden the tears come. Well, no, no tears come, but she tries. Okay. And really, I'm just disgusted with the whole thing. It's just, too many of our children are being hurt, abused. And I'm mad. I'm mad at the CPS. I'm mad at her mother, the father, the dude, the grandmother. They dropped the ball on that baby, you know? Mm-hmm. And, you know, I just wanted to get that out because this has been really bothering me. And lastly, I would like to just ask, where was Mr. X when the baby's head was crushed in?
You know what? I actually posted had brought that up in a show today because I got screenshots where he talks about how he got involved with everything, but unfortunately everything was jumpy earlier today. I was going to bring all that up because he actually explains to everybody how he got involved in everything. So I don't think he was around when the injuries and stuff happened. I think he really just got on this case, you know. So
right.
I'll bring it up in another show about what he said.
Oh. You know, I was just using him as an example. Where was anybody when that happened? You know, where was her activist at? Mm-hmm. You know that's why the CPS, the system, really needs some change. You know, and you know it's not going to change unless we all come together and you know be united. Because you know if we don't stand together, we're all going to fall together. Is what we need to realize. You know, skin color has no meaning. You know, it really doesn't. Being human and having human feelings, you know, and that's just like, how did he not lose his life trying to save that baby? You know, I'm a mother, and and not even my own child, any child, I would give my life for that child. That's just what you do, you know.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
And it just really hurts my heart. And that's all I really wanted to say. It just breaks my heart how many children are being abused and neglected. And
thank you so much, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like I said, on this platform, everybody's voice is important. If you want to speak on the situation, every voice is important to speak on this subject. Well,
thank you.
And I'm glad you called in. Thank you, love. Thank you so much.
And wait a minute. I was rude. Hello to the chat. With that, I will get off. All right.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the beautiful Miss Lisa Lewis. And she's right. Somebody text me. What did the text say? Oh, okay. Victoria, I just got your email. I sent you an email back, and I told you to try that link that I sent you. Oh, look like you already responded. Did you? Oh, she want me to call her in. Okay, let's call in Victoria. Okay. Let's call her in. Victoria says she wants me to call her in. All right. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Calling Victoria. Victoria?
Yes.
Hey, honey, how you doing? Good evening.
I'm good. I don't know what's going on with my phone, but like I have a separate email for this account. So when I try to check it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not technologically savvy. I'm almost 40 years old, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. They'll say it's like they try to act like you're somebody else,
right?
Like, like what the fuck? Like I'm not hacking into somebody else's shit. This is really my shit.
I like you already. Go ahead, dude.
It just doesn't make any sense. And it's not like you can tell these people, like, hey, it's really me. I'm
exactly.
just trying to get into my other account or whatever. But what I wanted to say about this baby and her mother, I have a huge issue when it comes to mothers not protecting their children. I'm 38 years old. So when I, in the 90s, I lived in downtown Cincinnati, in Ohio. And I used to always hear my mother. She's a proud pro-Black woman.
Mm-hmm.
She would always say to me, "There are certain people that you can't trust, and that's men, and that's men around your children, the police, and the government."
Yes.
There are just certain people that you cannot trust. You cannot trust men around your children. You cannot trust the police, and you cannot trust the government.
But hold on, Victoria. I'm going even further than that. In this era, you can't trust nobody around your children now. Not even the same sex, like you saying.
Not even a family member.
Exactly.
And that's what bothered me about this Brittany girl, because the thing is that bothered me the most is that when that, it's bad enough that you found out that your boyfriend is gay, and he's sending dick pics to other men.
Who remember that movie Cover? Mm-hmm.
Like, but what's worse? I'd rather leave you for knowing that you're violating my child than leave you for screwing another man. You know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna wait until I find out that you are a shit shooter. I'm gonna leave you.
Oh my God.
I mean, my thing is, okay, you're a shit shooter. But before I knew that, you were a child abuser and you were a child predator.
Oh my God.
So I'm gonna leave you for that alone. You know what I mean?
Oh wow. You sounded like my friend Spencer. Oh my God. I can hear Spencer saying that shit.
It just really pisses me off, I don't. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know a woman, like what woman in her right mind is like, oh, you sending your dick to a fag. Like, who cares? He's fucking with your daughter.
Exactly.
Like, why do you care about that? Whether he was gay or not, he was still a predator.
Yes, that's the main thing. You're absolutely right. That's the main thing.
So the fact that that's what made you leave him is beyond questionable. It's reprehensible. And for that alone, she deserves to go to jail. And then secondly, how do you, first of all, this is not even her father. So how do you as a woman say, you know what? I seen you sending dick pics to a man, but can you watch my daughter while I go to my daddy's funeral? Who does that? This is not her father. I could see if that was her father. And she was like, well, you know, now that I know you're gay, okay, I'm not fucking with you, but you still need to watch your daughter. Okay, goodbye.
You're right.
But this is not his child.
Exactly.
Immediately, you should have been like, whoa, you're gay and you've been hurting my child? Like, okay, we're done with you. Goodbye.
Exactly. Point, like y'all, how some of y'all said, point blank, period, T.
Right. What these hood rats be saying? Oh, big ... period .com or whatever these bitches be saying.
Yes, man. I don't know what this shit y'all females come up with now. Y'all come up with something and everything, and I just be like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean?
I was hoping that, because I had got on late, and I didn't know if you were covering her interview from earlier, but it was like really insulting and it was disgusting. I was
Are you talking about the one she did with Fox 26?
Yeah, that was very insulting.
Yeah, you missed that one. I was on earlier trying to do that one, but I had to stop it because the internet was jumping all over the place. But go down my channel timeline and you'll see the stream prior to this one. That's where I did it at. And I had some more stuff I was going to bring out because this actually was supposed to be in part 2 of that show because the internet was fucking up so bad. But somebody tagged me in to this interview. I said, well, you know, I'll talk about the interview and let people speak on the interview. But a lot of people seen the interview and they was upset about the interview. Me?
I was insulted because I'm just tired of it. I'll give you 2 scenarios and then I'll let go because I'm sure there's other people trying to call. I call myself moving my children out of the ghetto like 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. So we moved like 30 miles away from our home. Mm-hmm. And I don't even remember what happened, but nonetheless, we had left and my son was getting off the bus. You know, there was a bus mix-up time. There was a mix-up time with the bus. And I was just calling, you know, to make sure, you know, confirming the time for my son. Mm-hmm. And when she said that the time was earlier than what I had initially thought, like my heart dropped in my ass. And don't get me wrong, I was only a mile away, but still, I don't care. You know, not only are we not from this neighborhood, my son is the only Black child in this like, hell no. Like, somebody's going to take my baby. Mm-hmm. Like, I left my groceries, I left everything, and I ran every red light to get to my son because I cannot imagine if somebody saw my son. This is what predators do. They wait for children to get alone, and then they take them. Mm-hmm. Well, nonetheless, I got my son because, of course, I'm here on the phone with you because if not, I would be in the penitentiary.
In the penitentiary. Okay. And I'll be doing a story about you. This crazy motherfucker that did all this shit.
Second scenario, last year, my son wanted to do karate. Now, he was 5. Mm-hmm. My son, he's spoiled fucking rotten. I had to convince him to even do it because he's so caught up under me and his dad that I'm like, come on, you really do need to do karate. Let's just stay after school for a little while. You know, you don't have to be under mommy and daddy every day. Everything's okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I send the money order with a permission slip and, you know, I hand it to them and, you know, I called them that morning like, look, my son is going to stay for karate. You know, I agreed to, you know, him being here 3 to 4 days a week for karate. Mm-hmm. So I was in a Hobby Lobby because I'm addicted to home decor. And I'm like, hi, you know, I'm just, as a mother, I'm just making sure, you know, my son is enjoying karate and things like that. Do you know this bitch told me that my son was put on the fucking bus?
Whoa.
To go home?
What?
Whoa.
So again,
whoa.
I drop everything and start running lights like a psychotic fucking soccer mom. And I'm running lights to get to my son. First of all, I asked the bitch, I said, did you not get my money order in the permission slip? I agreed that my son would be in karate. My son was not supposed to get on the bus today. You know, this bitch said, oh, you're right. It's sitting right here on my desk. I'm so sorry. I said, you're what? She said, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I said, not as sorry as you're going to be if I don't find my fucking son.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I hung up the phone. I found my baby. And guess what? My next door neighbor, country ass, good ass man, had my baby sitting on his porch eating fucking barbecue ribs.
Damn.
And I didn't even know that man.
Wow.
We had only been living here for 2 weeks. I said, brother, I'm so sorry. He was like, nah, I see that little fat motherfucker. I put him on the porch. I gave him some barbecue ribs. He all right.
Oh my God.
He was like, I knew something was wrong. He was like, because you don't never. Hey. He was like, I knew something was wrong because you don't never forget them kids. I said, sir, thank you so much for getting my baby. He was like, it's cool. You got a cigarette? I know y'all got some weed over there and this thing. I said, sir, you know,
wow.
My son had barbecue sauce over his face. He was safe. And I was just relieved. But the feeling that I felt, I'm saying this to say that this might be a funny story for us, but I'm saying this to say when you don't know where your child is, your whole world turns black. I'm talking about, I didn't care about traffic lights. I wanted to choke that fucking secretary because it's not like I didn't do my part. I sent you the permission slip. I sent you the money, and you didn't do your fucking job. Mm-hmm. You put my son on a bus. I wasn't even there. Mm-hmm. My son was sitting. What if my neighbor was a pervert?
True.
What if my neighbor was a child killer? You don't know that.
Absolutely.
So, that pissed me off. I'm saying this to say that I'm not going to hold you up. I can't stand neglectful ass fucking parents. I just can't fucking do it. You don't sit there and tell me that, oh, my boyfriend was giving my daughter a bath. First of all, it says a lot about a nigga that even think that he can give your fucking baby a bath. Before I was with my husband, I never was with a nigga that be like, yeah, I'll bathe your daughter for you. I'll put her in the tub. Like, what the you put who in the tub?
Would not happen.
I never have volunteered to put anybody's daughter in the tub. I never volunteered that.
Real men don't do that. Real men don't volunteer to give other children's baths that don't belong to them.
Exactly.
Men don't do that.
Exactly.
Like, oh yeah, I change your baby's diapers for what, motherfucker? Her mother's right here.
Yeah, I never been a man to offer to change any chick's daughter diaper. I never offered it, but however, though, a long time ago, this woman used to stay with me back in, I would say 2005 or 6 or something like that. For the most part, she had her daughter doing things for her daughter, but like on Saturday mornings, now I would get her daughter up and I'll change on my own. I'll change her daughter, and then I put the daughter in the bed and cut on the little kids cartoon because she is sitting in the bed with us. We'll watch like the little kids cartoon with her or whatnot. Now, that was my routine on Saturday morning. I did it on my own accord. But to say I would do it every time it's time to get a diaper change, I never said, oh, I get it. I never did that. I never did when it was time for her to get a bath. I'll do it. I never done that. It was just a one-day thing. I did it on my own, and I left it like that. I went no further than that because with these kids 9 days, I mean, anything could go wrong.
Anything. And I'm going to tell you something, brother. I'm not trying to say nothing out of the way about that woman that you did that for her baby for.
Go ahead.
But off the top, as a woman, she should have been like, hey, bruh, don't do that no more. I got her. Like off the top, the moment that you did, see, this is the thing. I guess because I've never had men around my children or whatever, but off the top, even if you had good intentions, I would have been like, bruh, she cool. Like, I got her. Like, thank you for doing that or whatever, but I don't need you to do that, bruh. Like, thanks a lot, though. Like, I appreciate. Like, women should not be allowing that.
Well, and you know what? And she had said that. I mean, I would have respected it because that is a child. I would have respected it. But, you know, I mean, you know, that's just something I did on my own accord. I mean, because she was in the room when I did it. You know, she was in the room.
Okay, and the thing is, you have a good heart. You're not a fucking pervert. You're just doing it because you're a man. And it's like, okay, well, I'm about to go to work. Her baby's awake, so I'm going to get her together for her mother. But the problem is, everybody doesn't think like you, brother.
Yeah, that's true.
There are people that are out here that are literally doing that. I mean, every time I hear about a child getting murdered, there's always some mommy's boyfriend who's like, yeah, you know, I changed her diaper. I gave her some cereal. I put her in a tub. Like, motherfucker, she don't need you to do that.
Stop doing that voice.
I mean, this is the thing. I spent the night and I'm sorry, I have a huge maternal instinct. I have 4 children. Okay. And I've spent the night, you know, before I was, you know, married, you know, I've spent the night with a couple of men. And, you know, they're, you know, because I've spent the night with 2 men, you know, I didn't do anything with because, okay, I don't want to be with you. Like, okay, whenever your baby mother decides to come here, like, you know, I don't want to be a part of this. Okay, but we can hang out or whatever.
Right.
But when, you know, his child was there, it's like, okay, well, this baby is wet or whatever. So I'm going to make him a bottle and a diaper. You know, I'm going to change his diaper. But after that, I'm just going to go ahead and go, you know, like, I'm just not going to hang around here, you know. And you got some men who are like, yeah, I want somebody to help me raise my son. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to do that. Like, you know, I don't want, you know, and I'm not trying to be funny because I love, you know, Black children, but I don't want to be a mommy to this little bad motherfucker right here. Like, I just don't want like, you know, he's fucking with my weed and he's doing shit. He keeps jumping around. Like, I just don't want to do it. I'm not trying to be me.
Oh, man, I could talk to you all night, man. You done turned this whole show around. I was pissed off at first, man, but you really twist this whole show around. Real talk. Oh,
yeah, I wasn't trying to. I'm sorry, but the thing is when there are certain people that we know that we want to spend our lives with. You know, like, that's just like you as a man. Okay, I'm sure you've probably been around multiple women and their children, but there was one woman and her children that you were like, you know what? I wouldn't mind being a stepfather to this woman and her children. Yes. You know, she's not like everybody else. You know, she's not a fucking Tatiana. You know, her kids are not running around like fucking banshees. You know, like, I wouldn't mind, you know, being here with her and these children.
Right.
But then you have other men who are just homosexuals and they're just looking for somewhere to live. And that is what what's this fucker's name? Devon. That's what Devon was doing.
Yeah, he needed somewhere to stay, the fucker. He needed somewhere to stay.
Devon never gave a shit about Brittany or Malia. He just didn't have anywhere to live. Girl, just think about it.
Girl,
he didn't give a shit about Malia.
Speak that shit. Exactly.
Thing when you have so think about it. He didn't let you know those quote unquote Mexicans that kidnap Malia.
Exactly, that bullshit. Yeah, exactly.
Why didn't they kidnap Cortland? Why didn't they kidnap Cortland? Because they wanted Cortland. And the thing is, Brittany is a no good fucking horse. She's the type of bitch that she only cares about you know, the child that she has the man that she has a current child with. Just think about it. If Devon were to leave and it was just Cortland, she would abuse Cortland for her next boyfriend. And she would do it again and again and again and again. Because this is not about this child. This is about this current dick that is being shared with the community. And it's also being shared with other men.
And she's right though, cause he's giving Brittany the dick, or he was at one point in time, but the motherfucker was sending dicks to guys. So she's right. This dude is a menace. He's a menace, and it seems like Brittany is somewhat of a menace too. You know,
he is. He's very wicked. She's one of those types that it's like, oh, well, my boyfriend tired of her. And this is the thing. You or your boyfriend wouldn't even have any issues with her if you wouldn't have busted her fucking skull wide open and she wouldn't need to get part of it replaced. So you're pissed off now that your daughter's skull is dismantled for something that your boyfriend did, and now she's bothering you too.
And I'm gonna say this, Victoria and dear, thank you so much. You got to call in again. That's my real number that you have. So you got to call in again.
No problem.
About the show. Absolutely. But you know, and the thing about that is, like they said in the court documents, they said all them injuries that the baby had, they couldn't explain what happened. And that's how
you know that it's consistent with abuse. The problem is that if my boys are like WWE wrestlers, like they're so fucking out of control that I couldn't even move into an apartment. Like I had to find a cottage for $500 a month just so that my children would not be over other people's heads, because my children wake up every day like they're in a fucking wrestling arena. Every single day, it's the same shit. He's throwing somebody off the bed. Somebody's getting slammed into a fucking wall. They're jumping off the goddamn bunk beds. I'm talking about if my boy can do this every day.
Oh my God.
And not have their skull crunched. This is impossible. Right. This is impossible. We dismantled our boys' bunk beds because I just knew that someone was going to die. And you know what's crazy?
Oh, wow.
My husband even said it, and I'm talking about, I love my husband to death, but I don't really listen to him. I'm like,
that's your problem. You better listen to that man. Listen to that man.
He was like, man, he was like, you better not get them goddamn bump boys. Them boys gonna bust they goddamn. I said, you know what? No, I want them. They want these bunk beds. I'm gonna let them do it.
Let me ask you a question. A hard head makes a what?
Soft ass and
there you go.
Shoulders.
You better listen to that man. He told you right. You better listen to him. Matter of fact, where he at now? I hope
he's upstairs sleeping. He's so tired of us.
I hope he's listening. Brother, I'm on your side. That woman needs to listen to you. That's what's wrong with a lot of them now. They don't want to listen. They think they know everything. And you told
Hey, I thought I knew until somebody damn near popped their fucking knee at a place. I said, you know what? This is over with. we can't do this anymore. I mean, the children almost died.
Girl, now that you said all that, I bet you listen to that man now. Or then again, some of y'all just hard-headed, period. So, you know, you make one mistake, and some of us men, we don't even say, I told you so. We let it ride.
Hey, actually, he did. One day after my son damn near had his fucking knee look like a damn basketball.
Damn.
I said, honey, can you take these apart? He went off on me so
good.
Damn bad.
Good. Tell him I said thank you.
I told you these goddamn boys. These motherfuckers don't know how to act. He was like, look at this shit. This whole goddamn room is torn the fuck up. Hey, he went off on me.
Man, I would love to have him on the phone right now, man. Sir, thank you. Thank you, sir.
He will have you in tears. He's from the country. He's from Alabama, and he cannot stand the shit that I let the boys do. And when he comes in the house, Hey, they straightening up. They turn into military shit when he walk in this house.
That's how you know.
It's like, oh my, yeah, it's like, oh my God, Daddy's here.
That's how you know you got a positive male role model in your house. Good deal, dear. Good deal, sir, and good deal to you too. That's how you know you got a positive man in your house. That's what I'm talking about.
He does not play with them at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll play with them. But at the end of the day, when he come through, all jokes is out.
I know that's right. Show you right.
He does not play. What I'm saying is that head injury on Malia, there's no way in hell. There's no way in hell that came from common playing. When I got 3 boys who are 18, 7, and 10, who is in this bitch like they doing UFC cage fighting. Like it's impossible.
And you know what? Let me ask you this before I let you go. I mean, I could talk to you all night for real, but let me ask you this before I let you go. How quick are they to respond to you versus the father? And I'm asking, like, if you say stop that shit, do they instantly respond, or they keep on doing it till you show that you finna get it, tap that ass? How instantly do they respond to you?
I can kind of say that. Now, I've talked to my family about this because every child in my family I know is so completely and utterly out of control. Like all of my little cousins, my nephew, their children do shit that my children would not dream of fucking doing. Like, my thing is, my boys are average boys. Now, I will be like, okay, stop that shit. Like, enough is a fucking enough. And then I'll hear somebody slam a door or they'll throw something. And I'll be like, oh, who the fuck just did that? And then my son will be like, and they'll point the fingers at each other but I don't really hit them. You know, like, they're boys. They're not bad. You know what I mean? They're not, they're not these out of control buffoons. You know, they're just little boys.
Right.
But my youngest son, who's 7, he's so utterly spoiled. It's ridiculous. So when I tell him to do something, he stomps off and he slams the door.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, would you do that if Daddy was here? And he'd be like, no. And I'd be like, excuse me, why are you talking like that?
I was just going to ask you that. That's the way he responded for real, but I'm glad you clarified. Go ahead.
I'd be like, why are you talking like that? And he'd be like, I'm just saying no. Because are you kidding me? Where are these balls coming from?
I think I got my answer. You know, okay, they do respect you, but you got to get kind of rough for them to do it. You know,
I do. And I noticed that I can't scream demands from another room. Like if I'm in another room, and you know, like I'm making dinner or whatever, and I'll be like, "Hey, enough is enough." And they'd be like, "Oh, fuck her!" Like, you know, like we're about to turn up. Like, you know,
that's exactly what it sounds like. If you from a distance, oh, fuck her, she'll be all right. But when you
then I go to the back and I'll be like, "Excuse me, what the fuck did I just hear?" And they'll be like, "Oh," then they try to cop deuces. Like, "Oh, we didn't mean it like that. It's just that, you know, we're just a little bit stressed out. You know, can you give us a little breathing room type shit?"
Oh my God.
And it's like, no, you little fuckers know what I'm gonna do if I call Dad. So let's just act like human beings.
Oh my God, man.
Y'all asses get knocked out.
Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are
so that's just what goes on in my house. There's no abuse. I let my children do whatever they want, say whatever they want, as long as they say it in a respectful manner. My children know. This is the thing as people. We need to start validating our children. We need to start letting our children know. You can tell me whatever the hell you want to tell me, even if it's about me. Even if it's about your father, tell me in a respectful manner and I will handle it. Guess what? I love the hell out of my husband, but I don't love him more than I love my children. I'm sorry.
There you go, dear. There you go. I love you for that. But let me ask you this now. You said tell you anything that they feel, even if it's about you. You got some parents that say, you could talk to me, but remember who you're talking to.
Fuck that.
So you don't do that?
Fuck that.
Okay, so when you say for them to talk to you, you mean talk to you? Express themselves.
And I mean, talk to me. My son is 18. I put my son out a couple years ago because he thought that he could smoke weed in my house and do whatever the fuck he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
I told him, if your behavior does not change, I said, because you're starting to disrespect me. And it's funny because my husband, he's a big man, so he doesn't whoop my children. But I realized the day that he choked my son up, then my son had to go. Because guess what? My husband began crying over my son because he was so afraid about the direction that his life was heading in.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I love him. I'm scared for him. Like, he's not listening to us. He's not listening to me. I can't do this anymore.
You know,
and guess what? I love my son so much. I said, you know what? If you don't want to deal with this, you need to leave. And you know what happened when my husband left? My son started to disrespect me even more. Wow. And you know what happened? Yeah. I told my husband to come home, and I told my son to leave.
You know what that sound like? What you just said? That sound like an episode, a scene in Baby Boy. That's what that sound like. He big grown ass Negro want to stay at home, but didn't want his mom to be happy, and he kept saying, "You picking him over me." And she kept telling him, "You are grown, you grown." Mm-hmm. And when they finally got to fighting, that scene was funny when they got to fighting, you know.
But it's so true because, and you know what's crazy? That movie came out when my 18-year-old was probably like 1 or 2. And I was looking at that. I said, that stupid ass bitch, I would never get rid of my son for no fucking man. But you know what? I didn't get rid of my son for my husband. I got rid of my son for me and for his own life. Do you know my son spent 3 months out on the street, and he said, I can't do this anymore.
Ooh.
I said, what happened to you, buddy? I said, what's going on with you? He said, well, I just got out of jail. I said, oh, where did you go to jail? Mm-hmm. Oh, because I've been breaking in cars. I said, oh, so you're a car thief now. I said, so what you're a little thug now. What you got going on, buddy? Mm-hmm. This motherfucker said, I got to do what I got to do to survive.
Wow. Wow.
I said, well, you got to do what you got to do to survive. Wow. I said, but when you were at home with me, you never had to do anything.
Exactly. There you go. That's the message. Exactly.
I said, so you would trade in cutting my grass and taking my trash out and mopping my floors for living a life on the street and breaking in cars?
Amen. 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 See, that's what I like. That's tough love. And when you said that, it reminded me of that song about a Temptation called Runaway Child, Running Wild. You better go back home where you belong, you know? Yes. And you showed him tough love, and he got a taste of that reality, and he got a taste behind them bars. He like, fuck that, you know? I would rather be at home where I got my freedom. I may got to do chores, but get behind these bars, I got a little rougher. You know, I got to do what they say do on their time, you know? So I can't even get mad at you for that. I can't, you know?
And I felt guilty for it at first. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I let my son come back home last month, and I have not had a single issue with him since then.
Amen. 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 Amen.
My son is a good child, and I always knew he had it in him. But my thing is, I have to let you get a taste of the life that you're begging for.
Thank you.
Like, you're begging to be a thug. One day I asked him, I said, who do you think you, and this was after my husband choked him up and put his hands on him. Keep in mind, my husband has never put his fucking hands on him. And he was like, man, who the fuck you think you are, man? He was like, man, I'm a gangster and I'm a thug.
Wow. Wow.
And me and my husband were laughing so hard. I said, hey, I gave him his clothes on his back. I said, have a good life, baby. I said, I wish you the best.
Victoria, I am not mad at you at all, dear. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you did finally get into the show and you really wanted to talk. Brother Smooth, you have anything to say to this lady, man? I mean, I admire this lady. You have anything you want to say before she go?
Sorry for taking up so much time, guys.
You
go
good,
ahead.
you good. My man Sage, he give you props in the chat room. He said he letting it go because he said you preaching. I'm going to get to him in a minute. Go ahead, Brother Smooth, man. You got something you want to say to this lady? I love this lady. I do.
And Victoria, I love you too because you remind me of my mother so much of like from when I was growing up in the 70s. Because if we got out of line, she put us in line one way or another, and it didn't really have to reach our father in that case, even though he was there. But moms let us know you ain't too big enough for me to beat. Number one. Then number two, if we were to go to jail, she tell us don't call her, call Gus, because if she comes down to that jail cell, it's going to be in hell or high water. So I have to applaud you for what you did. And to end this off on a good note, keep doing what you're doing because we need more parents that's like you.
Yes.
We need more examples like God bless you. Much love to you.
Thank you. And you listen to that man. You better listen to that man. You better listen to that man. But that's my number. Did you get my number? I will let you know whenever I go live. Hopefully you let your man hear this phone call. And hopefully I can get both of y'all on the phone call at the same time, man, because I got a feeling if I get y'all on the phone at the same time, we're going to be in a world of trouble. We're going to be laughing our ass off, you know.
He's hilarious.
And because the way you talk, you remind me of my friend Spencer, who's in the chat room right now. She talked just like you. And I kept asking myself, this Spencer trolling me? I mean, you sound just like Spencer. She talked just like you. But, dear, thank you so much. You have a good night. And you listen to that man. And please let him hear this phone call.
I do, definitely. You guys have a great evening.
You too, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Have a good night, Victoria. Thank you.
Brother Smooth, man, that just made my night, brother. That just made my night, man. Man, it gets no better than that, man, coming from a woman. It gets no better than that. It gets no better than that. So, Victoria, thank you so much, love, for calling in. That was so fucking cool, man. Brother Sage back on the line, man. He said he got some more he want to say, too, man. I guess we'll end it with him. Brother Sage, go on. Go ahead, brother. You got the flow, man. Sorry about that.
Brother, thank you for bringing me on. No need to apologize before I say anything. Dear Lady Victoria, if you're still listening.
Exactly. Thank you. Round of applause, baby. Round of applause for that lady. I love that lady. Wow.
Man, that call me Evanescence because that brought me to life.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
But I mean, what else can be said after that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I mean, the show over. The show is over. It's over.
I mean, I'm still going to ask my question, and maybe we can use that as a question for food for thought. But I gotta say this. She got a bunch of boys. They acting like it's ECW in the room. Look, that top bunk is not a top bunk. That's a top rope. You know, that's the way it was for me and my brothers. Only thing is though, when something happened and my mom couldn't figure out who did it, because my dad, he was on the road a lot because he was a truck driver, Lord rest his soul. But my mom, she was kind of crazy because what would happen is she'll call all of us into the room and she'll say, okay, somebody did it. So to figure it out, I'm just going to whoop each and every one of you one at a time. And she would pick me Now, I'm not tooting my own horn, but I didn't like getting in trouble. I didn't like getting whoopings. So she know I'm the least likely person to do it, but she would pick me anyway just to make everybody else feel guilty. Like, all right, so if he gets the whooping, that's because of y'all. So somebody better tell
exactly.
I'm like, this
bullshit. Yep.
She even took me down memory lane. You know, I was born in '86, so I'm technically a '90s kid. So I was still in the era of whoopings before it was outlawed. You know, my mom and dad for that matter, they were the type to call the police for us and wait for them to show up. And then one of them did show up. Turned out he was my god uncle. So my mom went to school with that cop. So it was still bad. So, you know, over here in the city that we grew up in, my mom sang at every church when she was growing up. So there was no place we can go. Everybody, my mom would say this: you don't know who I know, and you definitely don't know who your dad knows. Last story, because she put me in memory lane. My twin brother and I, we was acting a fool on the bus. 2 weeks later, my mom found out about it. Turned out it was a dude she went to school with, and yeah, we got beat for that. And then I turned around, I had to call him and apologize. It was crazy, but anyway. That aside, thank you, dear lady, for that phone call, because
and Sage, I want
what we're lacking.
And I want to say this too before we get on out of here. Do you see the respect that she has for her man?
Bruh,
do you hear the respect she has for her man?
I hear it, and the thing is, the reason why she has that respect for her man is because her man is actually worth something, which is a perfect segue to my question. Too many times we are hearing about these women sticking their kids with these dudes, and these dudes turn around, either molest them or kill them, or whatever else. What is going on? Black men now, granted, it's not only with black men, but being that I'm black and I care about my people, I could care less about anybody else. But what's going on with black men that this is happening so much? We can talk all day. We can talk all day about women being terrible mothers and living with with random guys, boyfriends, or whatever. That's still bad. I'm not asking this question to justify that. But there is something going on with black men that nobody is talking about. That needs to be discussed. What is going on in these twisted minds that's causing these black men to do what they're doing?
Absolutely, brother.
So, and that's the question that I want to put out as per food of thought. Was a question that was pressing that had to be asked. And thank you for allowing me back on your platform.
No problem, Sage.
To be able to ask that question.
No problem, Sage. You my man, man. You my man. You and Brielle, all of y'all. You my man, man. And always a pleasure to have you on the show, man. You have a good morning. I was say evening, but it's morning now, so you have a good morning, man. And,
it's evening where I'm at. I'm in California. It ain't nothing but.
Oh, so it's 11:02 where you at then? It's 11:02 where you at?
Yep.
Okay then. Well, brother, you have a good evening, man, and take care of that big boy for me, man. And till next time, brother, you always welcome to call in, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that. Bless y'all both. Peace
out. No problem, brother. Thank you so much. That's my man Sage. My man Sage and Brother Smooth, man. What a good show. What a good phone calls. Good phone calls. I really appreciate that, people. What can we say, man? Everybody made some valid points.
Yes, sir.
Everybody made valid points saying, and to hear the women to speak up on this and to have their feelings about Miss Brittany. They think that a lot of shit that she's doing is fucked up. A lot of stuff she's holding back. A lot of questions she acted like she having a hard time to answer when they easy as fuck to answer. We just don't know what's going to happen. But just what if it turned out that she didn't have nothing to do with all this? And just what if?
We would have to owe her an apology until we can find out what's going on. This is why we are where we are right now. We can't take anything at face value until we know what's true.
Absolutely, absolutely. And let me get a shout out to my girl, Know Your Word. Know Your Word, I love you. I love your channel. She comes on, do a lot of quick videos, and they be positive videos. And something about her voice, when I hear her voice how she talks, just the sweetest, soothing voice that I ever heard. And she always shouts me out whenever she sees some of my channel or something, she shouts me out and stuff like this. So I really appreciate that love. I appreciate what you do. Keep doing what you do. You always got my support. Whenever I catch whatever you do, I try to come on there and let you know that I have heard or seen what you have done. So I appreciate you, and I'm surprised you up this time of the night, unless you 2 hours behind too. So I really appreciate you as well, my love. So thank you for even coming this late. The fact that you're here, that's enough for me. But Brother Smooth, good show, brother. Good phone call. Lisa, thank you. Sage, thank you. Victoria, thank you. D, appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. All good calls, all good calls. But Brother Smooth, let you have the last word, man, and we're going to shut this down, brother.
Absolutely. To everybody who came in tonight, whether it be on the phone or in the chat room, we thank you once again. One thing I can say right now is just to keep that little girl in your prayers right now if you believe in the power of prayer, because I know I do, because it does work. But just pray for the child, and definitely pray for them too, because they're going to need it, because this is looking like it's going to get more worse than it gets better right now.
Mm-hmm.
So keep them in mind when you pray at night before you go to sleep, because I know I will.
Amen, brother.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you have children, you hold them tight. You tell them every single day that they're living and breathing, that you love them, and that you show them that you love them. Because we don't want to hear that anybody here that we know and who we love would have to go through what this child is going through right now. And I'm out.
Brother Smooth, thank you so much, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, bro. We'll do it again soon.
All right, not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close out the phone line with that, you know.
Your line has been disconnected by the moderator. Goodbye.
Glad to have my co-host back with me again. You know, we need to start doing more shows with him back on the show. You know, I'm not pretty much sure we're going to get it, but everybody, and this day and age, you know, our work schedules are just so crazy. Shit just so crazy. But other than that, though, we had a good stream. No drop frames. Everybody came in, showed love. Y'all got me up to 63 likes, and I'm surprised we still got 24 people watching, you know. So I know a lot of people falling asleep and shit like, God damn, Chris. Damn, y'all long-winded. I didn't mean for this show to go this long. I apologize. But it was worth every minute. And as always, everybody kept it good. Nobody got into it. We got a couple of people who dumped thumbs it down, but that's okay. That's okay. 63 over 2 thumbs down. I'll take that any day. And you got a jackass who came in earlier, try to disrupt the show, but we got rid of that person real fast. At least I did. So, like I said, no, nothing going to stop this over here. This the Chris Thorne show. Ain't shit stopping shit over here. You feel me? And that's the way a show's supposed to go. Smooth like that, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you, Victoria. Oh, my God. You just turned this show all the way around, man. That is so fucking cool. I'm going to see if I can cut out the section where everybody called in at. And if I can, Victoria, I'm going to see if I can cut out your section alone and put yours up there, man. That was so fucking cool. That was so fucking cool. Lisa, I love you for calling in, baby. Thank you so much. You a sweetheart. You always have been sweet to me. Thank you so much. You always been a sweetheart to me, and I love you for that as well, my love. I love you for that. Other than that, though, I have a question. Justice for Malia? Justice for Malia? That's my question. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.